Hey guys, yes, we finally found fuel after a few days in the petrol stations here and there. We finally found. We didn't find for 650. We found for around the new price, 880 something now. I believe that 890. That's the new price. So we're here to give you our tales of our victory scars and our battle stories.
Yes.
Is a lie. We're just joking. We didn't wait for any fuel, but Anyhow, we are recording right now. My name is Tayo AOT2. Listen to 234 Essential, your favorite podcast to come out from Nigeria. Yep, and my co-host is here with me.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ugochi. What's happening? Hope you guys are good. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man. It's been a hot week in Nigeria. There's only one trending topic, and we'll talk about it. But our lives are not going to be. It's not going to dominate our lives. Yes, I refuse. I vehemently refuse that whether it's Dangote petrol that is white or it's overseas petrol that is pink, I will not be moved by the whims and caprices of the Nigerian cabal. I will not control to the oppression
Please
of
don't kill me.
class.
This grandma and I did.
When Nigerians start speaking grammar, problem day.
Problem enter. There's a lot of problem.
Problem, yes.
Everywhere have choke.
Anyway, welcome to this great episode. Thank you for listening to our previous episode and our previous 200 plus episodes. If you're not caught up, you can pause this if you want to, or you can listen to it, or anytime you feel like, just go to any of the podcast platforms you listen to, your favorite podcast, and just play and catch up and binge. If this is your first time listening, welcome to the Nigerian apocalypse, where petrol is not going to be a part of the bride price in Igbo land, because it is becoming gold at this moment right now. 50 liters, you can marry a maiden from a village right now, because it's getting there. It's getting there.
Listen, if you can buy for right now, you need to be checked by the EFCC. You're doing something clandestine to have money to buy for.
If they buy food tank now, or more, EFCC street. You don't get time because you're a criminal.
Do you get it? Because how are you able to afford under such short notice? You're able to afford a full tank of fuel. You have some explaining to do. You know, that's how Nigerian detectives used to sound. This is me, of course, picking up this mannerism from probably social media or something. Like, you tell the police something, say, show us your bag first. Open your phone. I want to see what's going on there first.
No, suspect.
Yeah, suspect first before anything else. So I love it.
Thank you for joining us. It's going to be a great episode. If you want to send us fan mail, where we read some of your complaints, suggestions, ideas, theories, you can send it to us at fanmail@234essential.com and we'll read it. There's also something we call release therapy, where people who are burdened by affairs of their hearts, and I don't mean cardiovascular problem, I actually mean heart problem, because we don't go medical school. If you have heart problem, maybe you've been sexually defrauded, you found out that your child is not yours. As a woman, you marry somebody that you found out that is married in another country, you can send us your letters of woe and your lamentations of love, and we will read it and we will provide solutions. But I always keep saying, please also remember that if symptoms persist after trying a solution, our hands are clean, and go to a licensed therapist for your problem. Because at the end of the day, we are not licensed people, so don't come and hold us and say, I beg. If symptoms persist, please find your nearest therapist, nearest licensed therapist. So don't go to your what's it called now? What's the name of this place we will go to? There's a neighborhood. No, the one that they sell medicine. Don't go to your chemist, because Nigerian chemist can do everything. Nigerian chemist does POS job. Nigerian chemist can be selling angel oil. Nigerian chemist can be selling food.
Ready for the apocalypse, really. Should people say around the apocalypse? If the apocalypse truly happens, we're sure that we have a plug.
Yes. So please do that. Thank you.
Just to chip in here before Ayo continues, please follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcast. Also listen to our previous episode titled Pharaoh and the Israelites you can already see that this is actually the journey of the Israelites, and we already know obviously who Pharaoh is. But okay, if you think we need to mention it, just keep listening. We're going to definitely mention his name. Also, very important. I think it's for Nana. Nana, in case you listen to this, please add the email for fan mail to our social media platform. Somebody sent me a DM and I saw it really late because I went into my requests. The person doesn't, I don't know if the person doesn't follow me or I don't know how it happened. Sha. I saw it in my request for a while and I didn't know that someone had asked for that. But please just put it there so that we can have people emailing us, or people can quickly just access us as the thoughts come into their head, because sometimes these matters of the heart, they're really serious matters. I know we laugh about it and shit on here, but we know it's serious. So
It's worse
there's
than
that.
cholesterol. It's worse than cholesterol.
Listen,
Mm.
there's the some kind of heartbreak that will just hold you like this, that you will not be able to speak. You will legit will break
Mm.
your bones. Be like say they
Mm.
choke you, they give paralysis, don't hold you, not fit chop, not fit
Stroke.
sleep. Can't
Stroke. Catch
listen.
you. Eh.
Honestly. So before that happens, I let them see fan mail. You let them see emails to be able to send us fan mail. So yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's jump into farming. So we have farming right now, and
Yep.
post is not on strike. It seems they have fuel in night post office. We can just do the
No, they're going digital.
no so. All right. Anywho, let's start with farm mode number one out of the bag, and this is from the man who is named after a prophet in the Old Testament and a former assassin in the New Testament who gave his
Our
life to
guy,
Christ and was writing letters to people here and there. This is from Samuel
Jonathan.
Paul. All right, Samuel Paul. Um, right. Okay. As I journeyed from Lagos to Ibadan yesterday in bracket, I was appalled by the sheer number of police checkpoints, 12 and counting. But what's
Mad.
even more shocking is that these officers weren't interested in keeping us safe. They only wanted one thing: bribes.
That's so.
Nine talker no be meal.
I
From 100
understand.
naira to 200 naira, they begged and pleaded. Their hands stretched out like beggars on the street. And when we reached the FRC checkpoint, I thought surely these officers would be different. But no, they too joined the chorus, demanding 500 naira like it was their birthright. I couldn't sleep through the night. Sorry. My mind racing with thoughts of how corrupt our security sector has become. And this morning, in the heart of Ibadan, I witnessed the same shameful spectacle. Police officers sworn to protect themselves, begging for 100 naira like street urchins. It's heartbreaking, it's infuriating, and it's a stark reminder of how far we are falling. Is this what our country has been reduced to? Can anyone just put on a uniform and start soliciting bribes like it's a legitimate job? When we say enough is enough, when we demand better from those entrusted to keep us safe, the thought of it weighs me down, but I refuse to give up hope. We must do better, Nigeria. We must be better. Anyway, thanks for this episode. Thank you very much, Samuel Paul. You remind me of you remind me of those bros that are always in the newspaper stand. Free Readers Association of Nigeria.
Why?
Because
Tell me, why do you feel that
the
way?
way the way he weaved this story, it feels like somebody is just saying it in a newspaper stand. So my
I
brother,
swear.
on the way to Ibadan, I saw 12 checkpoints. A lot of them were
See,
begging. What has this country come to?
do
What
you
is happening?
understand?
Yeah. My brother, I'm
See,
sorry.
what caught my attention was the way he opened the fan mail, the first sentence. As I journeyed from Lagos to Ibadan yesterday, as I journeyed, nobody says that. Do you get what I mean? If he feels like a writer to me, I don't know if he is, but he writes like a writer or somebody who reads a lot. One of the two. It just felt like it was something
Yeah.
out of a novel, and I was just like, wow, what country is this that they're taking bribes at every checkpoint? This one that there's just only 12 checkpoints means say you don't reduce. Supposed pass like that one.
Yes, no.
I'm
Yes. If
sorry.
you know.
I'm, I'm sorry that we're making a jest of this, but like really and truly, I have a question. I think it
Yeah.
will come later on during the conversation. Like, but what exactly is Nigeria really good for right now? Like, what?
Uh, if you are in the corridors of power, so to speak,
Mm,
in the boardroom of power, Nigeria is lovely for you. You are the 1% of the 1%. Nigeria is lovely for you. You don't understand what people are complaining about because you've never had a day where you slept without light. You know that people in this country legitimately that have
Of
never
course.
spent a day without electricity. They've
Mm-hmm.
never had to feel the pangs of a common man. Like, oh, something happened now. The price of foodstuff has increased. Oh, the price of transportation has increased. Those are the people that
God.
enjoy. They'll be protected and they'll be shielded by what their fathers or what their grandfathers have been able to achieve in this country. But for you and I, fellow Nigerians, we're in the trenches.
Listen, I saw one video one girl posted on, I think it was on Only Nigeria page on Instagram. I wish she was talking about how some people didn't know that Dangote came from money. You know, they thought like Dangote was just, he turned a billionaire overnight.
It's a
I'm
truck
just
boy.
like, do you understand? I'm just like, of course, like there's so much. We're storytellers in Nigeria. However, we're not. We don't. History is sort of wiped out. We start from where we see. We're good. Okay, let me put it this way: we're good storytellers in that we know how to create stories to make it sound larger than life when sometimes it probably isn't. Right? Growing up, and anyone who doesn't really know that Dangote came from money, I don't even blame them. Why? Because they've sort of woven this huge story about how he just started with cement, then went into making staple items for daily usage, stuff like that. Nobody really talks about his history as a like family history or anything. We start from the work they've done, which is fine, which is what like PR really does. I mean, the media. Shout out to the media. I am you, the media, you people in the media. I have a grouse with you guys for real.
I'm not in the
But
media.
you have been there before. You have leg inside there. Whether you have outside now or not, you have somehow mixed inside that place somehow. Why do you guys tell these bogus stories? You put tell us too many bogus stories. Sometimes these days when I read something on media, I'm just like,
I want to say that where me I worked, we did not. At our own time, we were known for truth and justice
I
and
love it.
equity. Thank you very much.
Upstanding.
The pen, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Facts. Facts. Shebi, that's my babe, that Judas babe. What's that her name? That Beanie babe that talks on social media. I
US
can't remember.
Empire.
Exactly. When she said it, everybody dey hail am for the school where she go talk, but she knew what she was saying. Facts. Like you fit just with the pen, so much has been we have been dismantled in this. In fact, they finished the country just
The
like
pen,
this. See now, police
the
don't dey beg
pen
money.
is mightier than the sword. Let me speak like all these
Facts.
old media mass com lecturers back in Unilag. Fourth estate of the
Wisdom.
realm. The fourth estate of the realm. I said
What's
no.
that?
So it's basically just saying that after your judiciary, legislature, and executive, the fourth branch of any civil society is the press. So they call it the fourth estate of
Aha.
the realm. Yeah.
No wonder.
Those are the jargons that journalists will be telling you. Meanwhile, they're collecting
Of
brand revenue up
course.
and down. God help them.
See, God
Family
help us.
two.
So,
God day. Family two. This is from E. Not E channel or ETV. Hello, Ugochi and Ayo. How you doing? From my last mail, you read where Ugochi said man and woman can be friends. Are you and Ayo not platonic friends? So we see. First of all, you're assuming, but let's move on. Then I
let
listened to the episode where where Ugochi explained that one guy sat her down
God I
in.
beg.
Well, one part I didn't get or she didn't mention was if the guy bowling was because he didn't want to pick the bowl of drinks he initiated, or did he? It
That's
is
a
really a
nice
sweet out
gist.
to even entertain him for another outing. Even as a guy, I find the general idea of what he did very distasteful. And for a 40 plus man for that matter, come on. She also mentioned some people don't want to date some people because of the kind of phone they use. As a lower Samsung user, I'm equally flabbergasted. Moving on. What sort of shallow people are those who make dating decisions based on mere material stuff such as a phone? Ugochi, when are you bringing our Netherlands returning aunt who worked in O&G to the pod? Since you
Ah,
mentioned her when you went to the art hobbies event, I had it in mind because I find her story interesting. Reach out, reach out to her or track her down, please, whichever is appropriate. Love and light, E. They said we should go and bring somebody from Europe. So I don't know how we're going to do it. Whether we're going to pass Italy to enter, or we're going to take
Oh my word.
official.
And I'll say I'm going to represent 234 there and I'll tell them we need the right of no, but the woman is in Nigeria. First of all, thank you, E, for this fan mail. You guys actually listen to everything that we say. As my you see my eyes opened when he talked about the 40 plus guy thing. I say wow, 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 wow. I've been hoping that nobody will actually reference that whole conversation. But hey, we are here now. We're fine. Me, I'm fine. Shayo, how are you? They ask you how are you doing.
I did. Amongst one or two things.
Yeah, always. Oh, it never finishes. And then the person spoke about us being platonic friends. That I said that men and women can be friends, and you and I are platonic friends. I want to address that.
But platonic now, as platonic as be, as long as the definition of platonic still remains platonic,
Platonic, exactly,
it's very very possible.
exactly. I and I are great friends. Let's even start from there. However, it's also us understanding each other's boundaries. I think there's a lot of that understanding that there's that exists already between us, but many times, if I let me not even go deep into that whole conversation, that's a conversation for another day. And I don't think I want to even dive into men and woman friendship, but I stand my ground. I said what I said. And not because I'm trying to be stubborn or anything. They're just experiences that has brought me to that point. We can go into it another day, but not today. Then he asked about the 40 plus guy that I didn't mention if his bailing was because he didn't want to pick the bill. I don't even care. To be honest, I don't care if it was how much was the. It wasn't ridiculous. Now, how much we're not drinking anything too exotic, and I mean, it was annoying that we had already planned ourselves and said, okay, this is what we wanted to have. And then you come and then you add to the bill, and then you bail. Yes. But I don't know what his reasons were, but definitely not that. I mean, according to what he explained later, as I've said on his podcast, I personally believe there's always room for dialogue. No matter how angry you are, because sometimes your feelings are not fact. I said this on some episodes ago, Abiyayo. I can't remember, but I said some episodes ago, your
Yeah,
feelings are not facts sometimes, so it's good to just hear from the other person so that you know whether to call it bullshit or, after the dialogue, you can then know how to proceed. I've said this. That's as a person, that's how I like to lead because it also gives me room for peace. I don't want to be carrying anybody in my mind, to be honest. Just do what I need to do and get out of there. Really annoying for real. And people are different. Everybody's different. People have different nuances for why they do what they do, right? Some people say, oh, if the person isn't pretty in their face, like if the person is not pretty to look at, then I don't want to talk to the person. And this goes both ways, male and female. Some people say if she doesn't have money or he doesn't have money, then I don't want to fuck with them. So maybe this person or people like these look. In fact, human is okay. I think I dare say it's okay sometimes to have your own materialistic inclinations to the people you hang around with, right? Not even going to hate you for that, but like, I mean, that's you. You find your own person at the end of the day. You're just not my person, and that's okay. I'm not even going to cry about it. To be honest, maybe even said that it was. I was like, thank God, I beg. Make I even hear him from the beginning, you know. I wanted to say something.
no. I didn't have
Um,
anything to say actually. Yeah.
okay.
Cool. Let's. What do
But yeah,
you
that's
want to add
about it.
anything? All right,
Thank
cool.
you very much, E. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for.
For the returnee babe, sorry, that was the last one. The returnee auntie. The truth is, I did try to see if I could reach out to her at some point. My bad was that I didn't take her number that day. The day I met her, I should have. I said I was going to, but by the time I was leaving, I didn't see her around. And to be honest, I didn't want to wait around for another bit to try to see what was going on. So I left. I hoped that I could reach out later, but I completely forgot really. So that has sort of passed. Well, you guys, if it's meant to be, I'll run into her again. It's Lagos. Lagos is so little, so small. It's meant to be, I'll see her again and then we can have her on the pod. So I'm not promising anything, but that's why I'm just gonna leave it for now. If I do see her, then be sure that I will grab her details and have her on 234 for sure, for sure. And
Yeah.
you like this very much. You like gist. I love it for you. But anyway, that's what's up.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Family 3, this is from Daddy Energy.
Love
Hey,
it.
Ayo and Ugochi, let me first warn you guys. This is going to be one of those long ones because it's looking like I'm liking your podcast too. And when I'm liking something, I can talk for Nigeria. It's not that long, bro. You've not seen long emails.
Thesis.
Yeah, speeches. Yes, you can call me Danny Energy, please. And I just want to start by saying I'm so glad to have found 234 Essential. God bless you guys for starting this pod and for keeping it going. So I've been listening to podcasts for the last 4 years or so, and most of the pods on my list are foreign. News pods, entertainment pods, literature pods, pods on professional and intellectual interests that I have, music channels on Spotify, my church and other religious pods, etc. There are plenty well if I do say so myself. In the former version of my life, I always had my nose in a book, but life being lifing now, you guys are already affecting my vocabulary. That's good. And it's difficult to find the time to sit and read anything now. Thankfully, one of the upsides the pandemic left us with is the explosion of podcasts. There's a podcast on every subject on God's green earth, and they are free, except for the Spotify sub, which is actually a very sweet deal if you are really a heavy user like me. This means whatever my interest might be, all I need is an internet-enabled device, and I can listen to curated conversations on any topic I desire. Isn't it amazing to be living in our times? At the top of a screen, you can hear every interview your favorite author or analyst has been on in the past few years. In the words of Ugochi, I love it. Smiling or laughing emoji with 32 teeth open. Anywho, it recently occurred to me that the amount of foreign media I'm consuming compared to the Nigerian content I get was leaving me ignorant of what's going on here at home. AKA my ear no the ground again. Sorry.
Fine. It's okay.
I looked around for
That's
Nigerian
really okay.
pods that fit in news, entertainment, gist, gossip, current affairs, etc. And 234 Essential gives me my fix. I think I'm hooked. I mean, I subscribe
Ooh.
to quite a few others, but you guys are taking the cake. I found myself looking forward to your dropping new episodes, and 234 Essential is now firmly in the mix of pods I'm traveling through backwards to catch up with. So I can listen to every single episode you all have dropped. With over 200 episodes under your belt, you haven't made that easy for me. But I'm ever so grateful for it because I spend a lot of time in transit and doing physical work with my hands. So that leaves a lot of time for me to engage my brain with ebooks and podcasts since the degree of activity doesn't let me read as much as I like to. I'm really just dropping this to say you guys have a new devoted fan and to encourage you all to keep up the good work. I always have suggestions and feedbacks, so be expecting to hear from me every now and then. Thankful, wonderful. On the subject of
Jonathan.
suggestions, before I forget, please can you share Nana with us more? What exactly does he do on the pod? Sound engineer, producer, editor. Nana is everything. He's a foreman.
I
I know
swear.
it's not FORE, it's FOUR. It's everything you need. I guess the sense he does some of the above, but I'm not so sure. Forgive me if my ignorance is because I haven't listened all the way to the beginning. And I'm not featured somewhere there, but please indulge me. I'm very curious. Also, this is not just for me. Nana might benefit from the tribe, know him small. I bet post his pics on your 234 socials, make we know who he be. T for thanks. I promise I'll try to keep my subsequent family as brief as possible. Peace and love, Daddy Energy.
Love
Uh,
it.
Daddy Energy, the funny thing is that as we read this email about Nana, he's the one editing it. So you'll be laughing at the end of the day. Nana is one of those people that always try to form like ghosts on social media.
Do
But I
you
saw,
get it?
but I saw he put up
I'm
one
sorry.
Asharo, he put up one
I'm
Asharo
so
selfie.
emotional.
He put up one Asharo selfie like this. I wanted to tackle it. He was doing fine boy. This thing. I said, okay.
Jonathan.
Okay, let's say first cast it never reach your own area. Okay.
No, Nana is keeping it real. Nana really chop
Yeah.
money. Now what for
Mm-hmm.
you? Why they do like that?
Now that's our guy. Oh, there's a PS.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. PS, Ayo. That if they explain Nigeria to you and you don't understand it, that means they didn't explain it to you very well. That you just said, just completely cracked me up, Jerry. Tell you Bosa for 234 Essential Podcast. Bosa, and Bosa.
Bosa.
Yes, thank you very much. Nana, I would like this episode. This is one that will come out 12 midnight. It will drop. Nana. Shout out to Nana. Sometimes we always kill him with work, but he did try. He did try.
See, best thing. I think we should actually appreciate Nana. To be honest, let's appreciate Nana.
Nana, you know what you do? Post your own photo on 234 Essential. Because no people go post them for you. Post your own self.
Do you know what? You know that My, that's why I love Snapchat. Snapchat reminded me of our Gen Z episode that we had. It was August 20 something last year.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
have a
true.
picture of Nana there. In fact, me and Nana have pictures together. You guys, I'm gonna look for it and I will show you so that
But
you can
then,
see who Nana is. His baby was even recently. I think last month.
you see, maybe that they didn't take
Yeah.
a shower photo. I don't know, but maybe it's that dish.
He didn't put up
Anyway,
any picture. That Nana. He
so
didn't put up.
a shower story, Insta story, sha.
Yeah, he was on his
Okay,
stories for sure.
all right. Fan mail 4. This is from Femi. Thanks for you. Hey guys, thanks for your shared perspective on the last pod. Keep up the good work. I love how our performance in the Olympics is a true reflection of the state of the country, a dystopian pandemonium. Hey, hey,
But
hey,
I
hey.
beg you.
Verbosity. Uh, the Olympics is a platform where the scales are even. You can't cry racism, bias, or victim in a physical sport. Every top performing country has three things that define them. TOP. And it goes on to break what TOP is. T is for
Yeah.
talent. There's no doubt that Nigeria is filled with extremely talented people in sports. But back then in secondary schools, we had a complete set of activities during entire sports. There was tremendous talent in all fields. Dare I say generational talents. There was this girl who won the era race marathon for 5 to 6 years and all other long distance events in every single entire sport. I have seen footballers that made me scream, God they create. Sprinters with rockets in their legs who won competitions for 6 years straight across all federal government schools in Nigeria. And young children, when I was growing up, doing impossible gymnastics on sawdust and concrete floors without fear for their life. There's
Listen,
something in the melanin that makes black people great at physical activities, such as sports and sex. I don't know about sex.
God, I beg.
I'm a faithful man. Nigeria is as black as it comes. The suffering also acts as a fuel for this talent. Having 200 million people also ensures we can be very selective in choosing cream de la cream. When it comes to talent, what we have is a paradox of choice and not a scarcity. Oh, opportunity. All the talents I mentioned above end up as tellers, bankers, teachers, and ordinary people when they could have been Olympian gods. The opportunities simply do not exist. France has Clement Fontaine, England has St. George's Park, and multiple sports clubs to nurture talent. The US and serious nations have institutionalized sports through the collegiate system. A good athlete can attend any school in the US free of charge with all the support you can imagine for all kinds of sports. That creates the opportunity to nurture the body and mind. They also take these young athletes to all kinds of competitions globally, even as students, free of charge. All they need to do is show up and the government and institutions take care of the rest. These opportunities will literally cost the government nothing in Nigeria since education is that cheap. Nigeria is devoid of these opportunities because we are not used to investing in long-term success. Governments change and throw away long-term initiatives. Many systems have been destroyed by nepotism and fraud. Funding is misappropriated, normal, and using sports to lift people out of poverty is against the political apparatus of weaponizing poverty. Opportunity is severely lacking. We were seeing Nigerian names representing other countries because it's easier to pass through the eye of a needle by applying to scholarships and funding abroad, being sponsored by that country financially and in training. And when they become exceptional, they are offered citizenship to represent the country, which will be stupid to reject. The ones born there will be very stupid to represent Nigeria if they are good enough, which means we are left with those who are good but not helped, and those who were helped by other countries but not good enough for them, the staff of the beans. P preparation. The Olympics is a once in a 4 year event. Preparing for one will require teams of coaches, doctors, institutionalized training, drug testing, funding, etc. During the event, teams came with special beds, food, etc. for the athletes, while Nigeria came with vibes and inshallah. During the event, teams came with lawyers to fight results, physios to keep their athletes in pure form. We went with politicians to collect, while we went to with politicians to collect per diem. Nigeria did not start preparing until a few months to the Olympics, while other teams have been preparing for 4 years. The training camps they used were subpar compared to other teams. The first to register athletes like Favor Philly, who had a good shot at the 100 meters, the cycling athletes who had to borrow a bike from the German team, a Nigerian coach who was wearing a US jersey. How can we be so unprepared to expect to win? The Kenya Parliament are meeting about the abysmal performance and what can be done ahead of the next Olympics. With the senators speaking bitterly, my brother and sister, these ingrates had 4 gold medals and 11 medals in total. Ronald Mockery says is the process that made the athletes distracted and not focused on the games. Side note, I believe Ronald Mockery is not a very smart human being. But
At
let me
all.
continue. Botswana sponsored and supported the living daylight of Tobago and have been rewarded. Countries of the size of Yaba are winning multiple medals because they are prepared. The Dominican girl was sponsored to move to the States from continuous training with her family. Actions have consequences. Reward comes with effort, and proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. There's something in the Malani which makes black people great at sports and sex. You repeated that again. So thank you. Well,
There's
the most
something about
populous black
it.
nation on earth is not a reflection of this. Motherfuckers are climbing ladders with both hands in their pockets. Zero medals country with zero medal mentality. Thank you very much, Femi, for your breakdown of what TOP means. Thank you very much. And yeah, everybody knows what Nigeria, the outcome of our performance at the Olympics. For like 1 week, people were annoyed. I think the Minister of Sports said they are going to investigate, and then here we are. Everybody has moved on in Nigeria.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's the usual stuff.
See, I really wanted to I really wanted to just gloss over this, but this person Femi has a point, right? In fact, he has so many points, and I'm so grateful for Femi, really. I'm not great at sports, as I always say. Like I don't jealously follow any sports, unfortunately. Not a it's not a just not a thing of preference for me personally. But growing up, I did say that I did inter-house sport. We all did inter-house sports in school. I used to run. I know I said marathon before, but it's actually relay race. I remembered after
Same
I
with me. All are the
recorded that.
same. All are the same. All are
Eh,
the same. All are the
you
same.
get what I
Yeah.
mean? Exactly. They're all of the same cost. But here's the thing, right? Really and truly, we have a lot of talented Nigerians. I have a friend very dear to me who she wanted to be a footballer. She didn't want to go to school. Unfortunately, she had to go to school and ended up going, the whole 9 years, and now is into tech. Great. However, there's so many people like this. I remember back in the day growing up in Agbara State, there were a lot of kids who wanted to play basketball. They didn't want to go to school. But no, everybody's forced to go to school. Everybody. And then there's been a downward decline of the support for from the government or in general for sports and all other related games. It's just so crazy. I remember in school there used to be Nuga games. I don't know. Did
Yeah.
you yeah.
Well,
I remember Nuga game.
Unilag hosted one Nuga games 1 year. Yeah.
Did you
I covered
get?
it. I covered it as a mass com student. We were reporting itself. Yeah, I remember.
Do you get how was it for you guys? I never witnessed any Nuga games. I saw people
Oh,
like train for it, but like I never went to watch
oh, it
any.
was great. I watched a few tennis
Mm.
matches in Unilag. Then the day they did track and field, we were in the stadium, covering the event and all that. Yeah, so it was cool felt like you are watching your own mini sports competition in school.
Do
Like
you get it?
a lot of Nigerian universities came to Unilag to just come and it was good. It was good. It was good.
See, all of those things have drastically died. And these things are, as I said last week or 2 weeks ago, they are really low hanging fruits for the government to just even pick up. Because what does it really cost you to keep your people active, really? Now that what's it called? Fitness is in vogue and is in style. In fact, they're selling fitness everywhere all over the world.
Although
It's so crazy.
this week or yesterday, I passed
Mhm.
iFitness. We see the amount of cars.
Do
The
you
parking
get it?
space was blocked. And I'm like, you people say there's
Always.
no money in this country, but you people are blocking gyms up and down. Now, wow.
See, because it's great for our mental health, really. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, a lot of people are going to the gym because they are depressed. They can't
Mm-hmm.
feel anything. And
Mm-hmm.
for them to feel something, they need to go and chop iron to, have take some things off their chest.
Before they
But
shoot somebody.
do you understand it? But like the government isn't doing anything. Growing up, I used to see people playing football on the field every other day. In fact, on the clothes, children doing monkey posts just around the estate, stuff like that. We don't see that anymore. I don't know now is as a result of living in Lekki or like just that's how life is. But
Nobody's building anything
yeah,
for recreation for kids. If there's any place for recreation for kids, later gets converted to a petrol station or something.
listen, it's so terrible. We don't have nothing. There's not like no engagement between the people and the government. There is no engagement, little or nothing at all. And sports has proven time and time again to be able to really calm a people down and just really ease stress. But no, well, at least Saturdays before used to be for sports. Everybody knew that. All of a sudden, nobody. Saturdays, if you are going to work, Sunday you are going to. What happened?
Mm.
Why? Right, like killing the dreams of a lot of Nigerians. And a lot of Nigerians are really good at these sports: basketball, playing football, swimming, running. There are lots of amazing things that we can do that just goes on her nest. We just leave it. Everybody just did. We don't know who is even coming from, whether it's the officials they put in place for those things to keep running, or whether it's the schools. We don't even know. Now, if you're doing fitness, if you're doing sports in school, it seems like such a big thing. Something that used to be every Wednesday, like this after assembly, say you don't go, they do
Oh,
PE
that's the
for
best.
money.
That's the best time of school. PE. Oh my
Do you
lord, we're not going
understand?
to do PE, man.
I looked forward to it like crazy because sometimes now that time, if the person don't annoy you for school, they target that time so that you can fight with the person very well. So all in the name of PE, but like nothing, there's nothing like that anymore. We're not mentally stimulated, we're not physically nothing. So what is
Well,
left for the average Nigerian to
well,
really do?
according to our brother who sent in the family, he said we are physically stimulated when it comes to sex. So I guess
Ah,
that is.
I say we're good at it. We're good at
Mhm,
sex and sports. I love it
mhm.
too. I don't know about I don't know. I mean, the truth is that as we always say on this podcast, like Nigerians are premium people. We're go getters. We're result driven people. If you put your mind to it, you do it. I think that sometimes we even underestimate this jackpot thing. A lot of foreigners cannot do this thing that we are doing here in Nigeria. That you put your money together, you study, 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 study. You try every means possible to try to relocate to another country. When there are people in the abroad that have never even left their city, let alone going to go and see what is happening in the next state, let alone of coming to another country altogether. We're really driven people, and for people so driven, it's really disappointing too that sometimes we cannot rally ourselves together to do one thing or get one thing right, but that's a whole other conversation. I'm not trying to blame us so completely, but we're a huge part of our problems as well, to be honest.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you so much, Femi, for this. And I hope that somebody in some school somewhere, you know what? I'm actually going to take this upon myself to actually do something sports oriented for people. I'm serious. Maybe for women, start from women first. And when I do put it together, I'm going to come on here. I'm going to tell you guys about it and see if you're a woman that listens to this podcast and you don't show up. I will come and find you in your houses. I will use Spotify to trace all your home addresses. Guys, be an investigator now. Because I'm watching the rookie, I
Oh, shit.
believe in
Rookie,
my detective abilities.
rookie, rookie, never panty. No, that's the man. I beg. Thank you guys for sending us files. Yeah, we want to hear from you more and more. So next week we're going to do more
I love
fan
it.
mails. Now let's jump
Yeah.
into X of the week. I was
Before we
speaking
jump
to.
into the X of the week, I want to thank Daddy Energy and tell him welcome to Tutti for Essential
Oh yes,
Tribe. We love
welcome,
you.
welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, Daddy Energy.
You are
Yes, you're
you
on to
are
the right
welcome in
place.
the name of
Oh
the
yeah,
Lord.
now.
First timers, please can you stand up and come to the front? No, I'm not coming. Thank you. I'm okay where I am.
And the welfare team would like to meet you after the
Yeah,
gathering. I don't
yes.
see after the service, but yeah,
Yes. We will ask for your
look at
number,
my
your house
son.
address so that we can keep in touch with you. And
Do you
God bless
understand?
you as you come worship with us again and again and again. Oh, God.
Love it.
Oh, God, your master. But I'm dying. The devil is shaking. The devil is shaking in his boots.
Winning souls.
Here
I
and
love
there.
it.
Here and there. Winning souls. All right. So this week I went to Computer Village, but I'll tell you later why I went to Computer Village. And I
Okay.
spoke to one of my guys and he said he's looking for a house. So he said he's looking for two
Hmm.
bedroom. And I
We
billing him
plenty be that.
they're billing him 2.8 and he was begging them to collect 2.5 and he said no, that it must be
Ah,
2.8. So this our X of the week or tweet of the week actually relates to that. It's called House Hunting in Lagos, Nightmare Volume 1.
I swear.
So this particular tweet, this young gentleman has 1.2 million views already on
Wow.
X. So this guy called Camilla Jr. tweeted, house rent is 700K. Agency fee is 250,000 naira. 250,000 naira. Shey na you build a house for me. I want share. I
Mm-hmm.
want share means mad people. You mad people.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder the apartments are empty. It's high time government starts regulating these agents. Cause what the fuck? Where agency fee is almost 25% or almost half of the house rent. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And their
I thought
houses,
agency was 10%.
oh, let's say,
They don't use hand increase them.
don't use hand though. They don't use, if you live, for people that live in Lagos very well, if you live in an area where your, what do you call them? Your electrical wires on your pole are
Mm,
very low, and
mm.
trailer wants to pass through your estate. You know, there's one
Ah,
stick. The one stick they
I
used to push
swear.
it. That is what
Come on, push it up.
that's what house agents are doing. They use that stick to just push and wash, hey, make everything pass, make everything be okay. That is what they are doing. That's what they are
Oh
doing.
my god.
I don't put anybody house hunting now. I will start my own house hunting very soon, and I'm already
Same.
crying because house agents are from Lucifer. They are the train of Lucifer. There's no other explanation about it.
I what kind of house are you looking for?
Two
Let's
bed,
talk
two
about
bed,
it.
two bed, two bed.
Fantastic.
Yes, just two
I
bed.
love
Because I
it.
want to do a studio where I'll be recording my
Mm-hmm.
videos and everything. So I need like, yeah, so
Mm,
two bed
that's
is fine.
great.
I want two bed in
Fun.
an area that is sane. I don't want to be living because I'm tired of living with poor people, and I'm tired.
How are your babies
Big
in
babies,
your compound?
but their kind has reduced. Their kind has
I love
reduced.
it. They're growing.
But they should grow because the headache is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But me, I don't like living with poor people because it's either they block the road, doing remembrance
See.
or one mother, one patriarch or matriarch that died 50 years ago. They will not block the road and say they're doing party. Or they buy dog and they'll never put their dogs on a leash and they allow their dogs to be roaming on the streets. Good night, oh, they'll not say, oh, the dog can bite. How do you know the
Mm.
dog can bite? Do you know if the dog woke up on the bad side of the bed or the road that night? Do you know if the male dog found out his female, his girlfriend was knocking another dog down the street? You're not saying no, the dog can bite. Dog can bite anybody. You don't know. You're not a therapist. You're not a dog therapist. You cannot read their mind. You're not Dr. Doolittle. So that is one of the major reasons why I want to leave. So
That's
yeah,
a
I'm looking
mad
for a
movie,
two
by
bed.
the way.
Yeah, that's a nice movie. I'm looking for a two bedroom in a fine place in Lagos. I don't.
Fantastic.
There are places in Lagos when you head there, you just know. Yeah, and life cannot be that hard now. I did try. I did try.
You know,
Please,
the truth is that if you speak it into existence, it will come. It will
it will
actually
come. Oh.
come.
Yes, so
Yeah.
yes, it will come. I beg. Yeah.
I
So
hope
sorry
I
for all you
pray it
guys.
comes.
Sorry for all you guys looking for house now. God is on the throne.
Sorry for you guys. You too, you are part of the guys that are looking for
So
house
God,
too. So
my
sorry for
my
you.
my guardian angel is a archangel, so he's going to clear the road for me. They will come
I
and give me
love
the
it.
house. I'm not going to look for the house because no.
Facts.
Yes,
Facts.
yes.
I agree. Me, I'm looking for a 3 bed sha. I'm tired of
Ah,
living on my own.
Oguma.
No, I'm serious. Like, and it's not for the flex of it. I really am tired of living on my own. I think, if you listen to me very people will listen to if I you know already. I have
Yeah,
family and friends around me every now and then. And sometimes I find myself dodging from them, not because of anything, but I don't want to share my bed. I want to sleep
yeah.
alone. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to see you around because I miss you, and sometimes I want to have family or friends around. I'd rather not share my bed. I'd rather they sleep in another room. And also because of work, everything I do these days is from my house. If I'm consulting to your business, I'm busy, very sure that probably I'm at home trying to do that. We're recording 234 virtually. Everything is virtual, and I'm more at home than anywhere else, and I really love it. It's so comfortable. So I think a home office is advisable. So definitely looking for it, and I'm speaking it into existence. I want it in a quiet neighborhood. I want to see trees. I want to see birds. I grew up in a place like that, and I really want to spend my adult life in that sort of an area as well. Serenity, organized. Yeah, definitely that. And a lot of
Mm.
sunlight. God, have you been seeing the sun of late?
Yeah, the
It's
sun
been
is coming
so
back. The
beautiful.
sun is coming back. The sun is coming back.
Check
So
it.
dust your ACs, get all your supporting fans, your because it's going to be nasty very
Oh,
soon. It's going to be nasty
oh,
very soon.
nasty guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I asked the question before, and just off this X of the week, what exactly are Nigerians gaining from the government?
Oh,
Really, because
uh,
this is a question we need to ask ourselves, and we need to
we'll get
be
into
very
that.
upfront.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Oh, we're already into it now because we're talking about
Yeah, we're already into it.
the topic segment. So if you have been fortunately in a coma, uh, or you're
We've not done catch
kidnapped,
up, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's do rewind. Rewind. Sorry. Uh-huh. Now, I don't need to put sound effect. That sound effect is automatic. It's
I
automatic.
love it.
Even SARS, no people that kind of this thing. Uh-huh. So, how
Oh
was your
my
week,
word.
Ugochi? Your last 7 days in this city called Lagos. How was it?
It's been up and down as always. Emotional, stressful. See whether you want to give into the stress of Nigeria, or you don't want to give into the stress. The stress will just come and meet you. You can just wake up in the morning and just be stressed. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no lights, because there's no fuel to buy. There's
Mm-hmm.
the not just a couple of things. Carpenter ran away with my money the other day. I
Hmm.
had to involve the help of a male figure in my life to go and look for the carpenter for me, because my dear, that's a whole other conversation. How handy people treat single women. That's a whole thing. Sometimes, in fact, not just for handy people, people in general. Sometimes you can just go somewhere and people just feel like you don't have sense because you are a woman and you're sitting alone. Just like, oh, she's probably so sad. Nobody should take her seriously. Anyway, the guy was about to play a very quick one on me. I had to call a friend of mine to help me call him, and threaten him and, just do that so that I could get my money back. So thankfully I got my money back after a hot chase for over a week. Um, my week was good. I finally sat down to do the work that I've been avoiding. I've not finished,
Okay.
but I've started. And I think I feel really good about myself. I've been learning a lot about fear. I don't know if the word is learning. I've been teaching myself to, no, the Holy Spirit has been teaching me to dispel fear. And I take it back when I say I, because it's really not me. I woke up one day, and I know I spoke about it on the last episode, that I realized that some things I was not doing was because of fear. And just after that, I've just been hearing different messages popping up and down about fear. And so I'm going to share it with some people or whoever is experiencing the same thing on here, right? Probably not going to recite it from the Bible or anything, but I'll just tell you what I've learned so far. So, procrastination is fear. Um, Not doing the thing you want to do is also fear. In fact, fear can come up in different ways. It makes you anxious. It makes you it makes you feel sick. Sometimes you want to do something and you feel like pooing, you're afraid. And it could fester. It could fester. It could go into different parts of your productivity as a person, or just even your awareness as a person, not just even productivity. I hate to sometimes think about life about with work. I hate to think about life and working, because that's not what we're alive to do. We're alive to live. You must be alive first before you can then think of sustaining your life. Sustainability then brings in, or I have to work, or I have to engage, stuff like that. Human interaction is important, all of those things. And fear holds us back from being our true selves and fulfilling our true potential. And it's crazy how it cripples us. Well, I speak for myself. It's crazy how it cripples a person, me, for instance. It has halted a lot of things, and trust me, I've functioned from that point a lot, so much so that I could be doing an amazing thing and I really don't know that it's amazing because I'm even afraid as I'm doing it. And everybody says, do it afraid, right? Great. And just sitting down now and thinking on the journey so far, how far I have come as a person, I realized that there has always been fear. There's never been a time when I was not afraid. Till tomorrow, when I sometimes want to come on 2, 3, 4, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, oh my God, I hope I don't say the wrong thing. I hope I come on here and I can change one thing for one person. I'm not trying to be everybody. I hope, I pray, I come on here and I think about fear, and I know that I'm still learning. There's so much to be done, but I'll tell you this: if you're afraid of doing something, do a mock of it first. Just do a mock of it first. you know, I know it's easier said than done, and this from somebody who is still existing in that space. But do a mock of it, make it fun for yourself first before you even do it for anybody else's consumption. Do it for yourself. It gives you an idea of how to go about it. Then break it down. If you are supposed to build a house, I'm just saying, example. the first thing you have to do is, first of all, find a location, right? You need to find land to build the house. So find a location. So break that big thing into small pieces and then start to take it off from there again. I know it is difficult, and I say it from personal experience, but break it down into tiny bits. And again, you're not alone. I know a lot of us have trust issues, but you have people in your life to help you. And so use them. Some people say, oh, you're using me. Yes, people are meant to be used. Everybody in your life is being used. Your parents use you, use your parents. Your friends use you, use your friends. Everybody. So use your resources around you. Your human resource is the most important tool you probably have, really. So use your people. And if you have tools that can also make it easy, digital tools, AI, whatever, use that as well into play so that it helps you with that big thing. And before you know it, you're done. Um this is me preaching to the choir and also preaching to myself because my brother, my sister, I still live there inside that thing that I'm talking about. You understand? It's still paining me, but yes. um Also, I don't know, it's been a great week. I got an email today um for from the National Institute of Management Consultants. Finally, I got it, and I'm so excited. I needed to just say that. I can't believe I forgot that because I've been actually sad since the month of September started. Happy New Month, everyone. I'm in Nigerian, true and true. And yeah, that really was the highlight of the day for me. I've been chasing this since last year, so just getting that email today really made me happy. Um, why am I getting an email from an Indian person? I just checked my email and I'm seeing Priyanka
Yeah.
Sharma. What the fuck?
Maybe we
What's
should
that?
go. Maybe we should go bomb. Maybe we should go Bombay. Bombay.
Okay, I'll read that later. But yeah, it's been a great week. I took my plants out, finally reported them. I have these plants. I know those are my plants now. They grew too much. So I've broken them into
Yeah.
different pots. Yeah, I got new pots for them. I can't take them into the house yet. They're supposed to stay outside for like a week or so. So waiting for that to happen. And yeah, I just started the month on a flat note. I know that I've been looking forward to September and I'm still excited for September, grateful for August. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of reflection and introspection. One thing I know for sure, I told you at the beginning of this podcast that I need some time to really just be to what's the word? I need a retreat for myself, a personal retreat, not
Yeah.
because of anything else, but just to re-energize and get myself together, think about what next and what to do. And this thinking is not that it will be successful. If it's not successful, great, I'll learn something. If it's successful, fantastic. But yeah, just need to take some time off to recalibrate. That's the word I was looking for. Recalibrate. Yeah. Started also not started I was supposed to go back. I started going back to the gym, but I've taken a pause again, focusing
Ooh.
more. I know, taking focusing more on taking more walks and skipping. I don't just feel like the gym these days anymore, and I don't know whether it's because I don't like the exact location of my gym I'm going to, or I don't know what it is, but I just don't feel like going to the gym yet. So taking more walks, skipping, trying to listen to more music. My speaker went bad, so I've not been listening to music in a while.
Ouch.
Um, I know, so annoying. But yeah, just taking it easy, one day at a time, trying not to think about the rigors of the country. Um, it's gonna be a great last quarter. I'm hopeful.
Man. Amen.
Thanks. Thanks and God bless.
Yes. Yes, boss.
How's your week been?
My week was interesting. I interviewed Shogun Kuti on the Friday.
Whoop! Big
Uh,
bird.
yeah, Big Bird himself. Yeah,
Love
it was not
it.
bad at all. Yeah. Saturday, I saw the minister of. Let me Google her name. Madam, I no go talk.
I have a
Minister
question
of.
for Big about the Big Bird interview though.
Okay, I'm coming.
Are we going to see it?
It's out already now. You just go and check zero conditions like their YouTube
Ah,
stuff. Yeah.
okay,
So
fantastic.
I saw the Minister of Art, Culture, and Creative Economy in Nigeria on Saturday.
Hmm,
I was with the 1%, the movers and
I love
shakers.
it.
I was in the corridors of the corridor of power. I know to enter the first corridor, but the second corridor, they allow me. Yeah. So that
I
was a
love
good
it.
one. What happened
Hmm.
again?
Did
Somewhere
you
along the
speak to
line,
the minister
yeah, we spoke
about
to
the
the minister.
condition of
No,
of
no.
our
Uh,
sports and
I
kini
have
kini
learnt. I've
facilities?
learnt that of what? I asked her
Of
of
our
what?
facilities.
Oh, so she even came there to preach about the or to sell the new National Theatre that has been renovated,
Ah,
completely
okay.
renovated. And I think the people I was with, they later saw it during the week, but I didn't have the chance because of work. I asked them
Okay.
their follow up, but I know I saw it earlier in the week also that the place has been
Fantastic.
renovated and is ready for different many events right now and all
Love
that.
it.
On that same Saturday, my laptop Pafuka.
Packed.
Yeah, so
Fuck.
that was unnecessary expense that I did not budget.
Do you get
And
it?
I had to humbly go to Computer Village to get it fixed, to get it done. And it cost quite, not that much, but we thank God we could pay for it. So
Unplanned.
my laptop is now brand new because it crashed
Love
basically.
it.
Yeah, so I still have
Oh,
to install other
sorry.
things on it. Yeah, God day.
Sorry.
What else again did I do during the week? Nothing
I
much.
thought they say
Walked.
MacBooks don't spoil.
No, something happened. This one fell. You know, it well,
Oh,
so
okay,
it
okay.
fell. Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
sorry.
what else happened again? Nothing much. A few proposals here and there, business. Thank God. The funny thing is that you always tell please I want to get I want many offers to be coming. When the money
Hmm.
offers come, you now be like, please, I need the time to breathe.
Overwork.
I want to
Do you
breathe,
understand?
please. I feel overwhelmed, but every day we are pushing it. We thank God.
Love it.
What happened again? I think that's about it. Looking forward to this week. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Good vibes throughout. We did
And
good
did you
things.
get a lot of human interaction in the week? And how's that like for you?
It's predictable. So my human interaction is
Okay.
predictable. I go to the office,
Okay.
hey, speak to my neighbors, visit my mom, finish. Unless when I go for like industry events.
Okay.
But my
Okay.
my social battery is 90 minutes. After 90 120 is what I can give you.
Hmm.
After that, I'm running on films. I'll
This
rather go.
guy.
I'll just go to what's the name of this place? Hey, what's the name of this place? I go and buy food when I'm on the island. Uh,
Wait. Mega
Jay's Diner.
chicken.
I will go to Jay's
Oh, okay,
Diner,
okay, okay.
buy my
Shout out to Jay's Diner.
my pasta and my spicy chicken. I go in my house, I chop it, I go and sleep. I cannot.
First of all, you
Yes,
understand?
yeah,
Food is important to you guys. I don't
very
know whether we have emphasized it enough.
very important. And it seems every week they're not inviting me for one event on the island. People should be doing island event on the mainland now. I beg. It's fair to call they talk now. I beg. Thank God they go soon do train now. Now
Yay!
doing train, the red train now goes only to the side. Now train I go the
I
enter now.
swear. The red light, shout out to the, because my friend is actually working with the team. So shout out to the red line guys.
Mhm.
We love you guys. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
But still upon still, I wanted to say that human interaction for me these days is such a drain. I'm
Oh,
tired. I don't want
we
to
try.
talk. Which is so weird because I'm naturally peppy. I want to talk, like I'm such a chatty bunny. Catch me. I want to
I am
now these
not
days I need to
I am not
breathe.
a chatting bunny. I just do there. I'm okay. I'm fine. Oh, you
Hey.
came. No, that's nice. Oh, yes. So I have to show up. Yeah, hey, hey. Look at that. Look at the beginning of that album, not too sweet. Oh, this album sweet. Oh, really? This person. Oh, okay. Then it's like 11 o'clock. Uber, please, just die now.
Out.
Straight. Straight to
Do you
just
understand?
die now. Just die now. No, the past 5 minutes. Their food on day
I
ready.
love it.
After that, another Uber. And they go my house. Simple.
Big shout out to Jay's Dynasha. How they really came through for the late nighters in on the island,
That is
late
what I
nights
love.
out.
I have to commend the island, especially Lekki. I passed through Lekki phase one
Mm-hmm,
on which day? Oh, after the day I did zero conditions. And I
mm-hmm.
now said, I normally send Lekki is a slum, but we see that Admiralty Road.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
my lord.
no. That's business hub.
I see and I say, yes, this is a place that if you want to be a big boy in Lagos, this is the place. And what I like
See.
about that strip is that 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you must find food.
You don't
My
sleep oh.
own, my own area, my own area,
8 o'clock
11:30. In short, after 10 o'clock, mega chicken don't close. So you know that
immediately.
it is you and Megida that you either eat bread and egg or you put sugar in it. There's
Please
no,
don't kill me.
and I'm like, bro, I can't be eating. I beg now.
See,
So that's why I
the
want to look. I want to live in a place where I know that 3 a.m. I can go out and say I will still see
are you
buy
moving to
food.
Lekki Ayo?
I don't have the money. Sorry. And apart again from
You
that,
will
if I
have
want to
it in
move
the
to
name
the
of
island,
Jesus.
if I want to move to the island, then it has to be via Ikoyi for me. That will be like,
You will the money will come aside.
amen,
You will see it
amen.
in the name
But if
of
you say,
Jesus.
if I live like, oh my Lord, the
Oh
salvation shall
wow.
be, salvation will be shaky because
Why? Why do you
the
feel you
people,
starve?
the BBLs they'll be doing right now, the BBLs they are doing right now is called end time BBL.
I
It's the
hope please
BBL.
don't kill
See
me.
this one, if you nag that babe like this, don't go hell. They don't write your name for hell. You
No,
be
but
like,
your daddy Gio now.
no,
CBIC for the win. What do you
see,
mean? Oh,
the
all
devil
those
is,
things don't bother you.
the devil is running extra. You know they call extra time in football. 9 minutes. It's anywhere now. The yash is yashing. The yash is diabolical.
See, girls
God,
need to they need to look
uh,
glam first
honestly,
and
if I live on
foremost.
the island, I'll be the most boring person because I love do my house. And it will be so easy for me because everything is so orderable now. You can order everything. I don't go come.
Yeah.
Before you see me come out of that house, you go take.
I
You go
think you will
take.
like. I think you will enjoy it. I think it will actually fit you, especially if you like get a house like in either that the area you're looking at, Ikoyi or VI. Don't rule out Lekki. Lekki is also great. Don't
Lucky
rule it
phase one.
out.
I can do lucky phase one. But when you don't
See,
reach Agungi,
I
Shangote,
promise you, you will not hate
Shangote,
it. No, not
lucky phase
Shangote.
one.
That's far.
Lucky phase one. Where
Ologolo.
civilization? I don't
Be
see,
open to Ologolo.
you see those names. They are very.
Ufete is good.
They sound like Mazayon, but Mazayon film villages that they want to go and fight demon.
See,
They go and fight demon. I'll shout out
trust
to
me, you
everybody.
enjoy.
Shout out to everybody in on the island. You guys, your women are actually nice to look at, but please,
See,
I beg.
is the only woman I used to see? I thought that did you? I'm not understanding this preaching. What's going on?
And you must
Are
look
we
for
looking
wife.
at the women or the
If you must look
food
for wife, you go
or
look
the
woman now.
area?
No, if you look
Okay,
at,
okay,
you have to look at the ratio of fine women in the area, or else it's going to be depressing. Don't be in a place where
fair,
you're just seeing, you will see women of,
fair. We need
not
to see
ladies of the night,
beauty.
and ladies
Beauty
of the
is so
night.
important.
Please, I
Yeah.
repeat, not ladies of the night. Please, shout out to you people doing your things. Yeah, hey, God, they got hair, but no ladies of the
Everybody
night.
get their own preference. And that's what I'm
Um,
going to say there. Everybody get their own preference.
maybe
That's the truth.
Pharisees, they knock Mary Magdalene. I beg you.
Please don't kill me.
Hey,
See,
hey,
but I
yeah,
completely agree that beauty is so important when you're looking to live somewhere. It's
yeah.
really nice for you to look for a beautiful, whatever beauty means to
Also,
you. Look for
please,
that.
before you go and look at Yash, because look at how far the house is from a hospital and a police station. It's very,
And
very
the market.
important. And the
And the
market
market too.
is
Hmm.
very, very important. Don't go and say, I
Yep.
see one yellow girl down the road. Maybe that the day you enter, the girl will come out. So
Please
please,
don't kill me.
focus. Focus on the job in hand. Thank you very much.
Did you say filling station and okay, no, you didn't say filling station is also important as well.
No, you know why I'm saying filling station is very important now.
So that it's not blow up.
Imagine me if I have my own house right now off Awolowo Road in Ikoyi,
Mm.
and it's not first class city. I cannot go to my house because everybody, the two lanes have been blocked. Going and this, I cannot enter my house. So
Ah,
please,
but
let
for your own comfort, you need for around you
no,
because it
I
goes
think
through go five knots.
the way they separate, the way how they put it now, the way they constructed the fuel stations in Lekki makes sense. It's not crowded.
Mm.
But
Oh no, it's not
You see that Awolowo or Ikoyi, where there are like five petrol
mm.
stations.
On the same strip.
You know what they call suffering and smiling.
They go
And
through a lot there.
I
But you
love that.
know what?
I love that place. I
Mhm.
love those streets off Awolowo. They're very nice streets. Just
I
say
feel like you like historical
thank
places.
you. I don't like all these new houses
Yeah,
they're doing. That's like bread.
because you're talking a lot about Awolowo, and Awolowo is so historic
Very historic.
for
Because
arts
all those
culture.
places,
Hmm.
where the naira was still respectable. It's not these houses now
Yes.
that we don't know. They look like cupboard. Everything is so slim.
Listen,
They're not saying
Matchbox,
they're not saying three
shoe
story. It's not
boxes.
any three story anything. It's not very
Oh,
small. I'm like, no. This is not. This is like
No.
this is a very big coffin. I want house where people enter. They say yes. This the man of timber and caliber is living in this house, not Yahoo
See,
boy.
and just intentionally built. I feel like a lot of our houses were not built intentionally. The windows are so tiny. There's little to no ventilation in the house. Sunshine can't get in. And if you have houses with windows like that, then know that you're going to be paying premium. See, it's really the bare minimum that they overcharge us for in this Lagos, really, in terms of housing. So if you get like a nice house with a balcony, decent view, they charge you for that. Why? Because the structure itself is not as if there's anything great inside,
There's
but
nothing going
just
there.
simple leisures and luxuries of life that you have every right to
How
have.
how
They
house no
put
go
the
get how house no go get backyard? All these houses I've seen now, they no get backyard. Though.
they no get all
And before you know it, there's no space
compound no
between
day
the house and the fence at the
and
back.
the fence.
Why?
Yes.
Who are you people? I will not say swimming pool. Something that is bathtub, they say swimming pool. Bathtub,
Jonas jacuzzi.
jacuzzi, they say it has swimming pool.
Listen, it's really the
Right.
bare minimum they be overcharging for. Like these days, I don't know. I want to believe that it's not completely true, but these days, I'm looking for a house right now, and I'm not actively looking for a house, but I am looking for a house because I need to move. You see a house, 2 bed, 3 bed, you're talking 4 million, 5 million. There's
Yeah.
one 3 bed close to my house. They just did 10 million naira. Why?
Mm.
The materials they used to create to build the house, I was here when they were building the house, so I know like it was poorly built, and for sure, like, and now that the house is on the market, it's 10 million naira for a 3 bedroom apartment. Why? And this is our area. It's still floods. So I live in Ikate. So if you've been around Kosenla Road, you already know the
Roll,
kind of
roll,
flood I'm talking about.
roll your boat gently down the stream.
Listen,
Merrily,
we
merrily,
kayaking.
merrily. I just
Upper body strength. We
come on,
have it.
you go represent Nigeria next Olympics for kayaking.
I'm ready because I feel I have the ability. I'm ready to do it.
Good, good.
Your environment is so poor. Nobody doing anything. Of course, to better that. No trees, nothing to look at. Now, me they go buy plants so that we can see plants for ourselves. But there's really not much. But you're charged so much, and this is a country where the minimum wage is 70K. And
70,000. That
do you
cannot afford you
understand?
to go on a good date or a good outing. They cannot
How?
afford.
Where?
Well, it
If
depends on
you
your
buy,
outing, sir. Depends on your
if
outing.
you can't buy a bag of rice right now with 70,000.
What is bag of rice? Bag of rice is luxury now.
Do you
It's
understand? And
luxury.
that's the minimum wage.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy how crazy the cost of housing is. Which brings me again to this question, and we must talk about this question eventually. What
Mhm.
exactly are we gaining from the government as citizens of Nigeria?
A great urban philosopher, female, once said, "If you ask me, now who I go ask?" Uh-huh.
Listen,
So I don't know at this point right now.
that song is a jam, by the way. I love it so much.
Yes, yes. What you get from the Nigerian government is patience because you need patience to go and queue at petrol station from 5 a.m. to like 11 a.m. So you need patience. I say patience is the key.
But Nigeria,
Patience is
the government is
everything.
not supposed to provide us with patience.
I feel
That's
like
not what they're
you
supposed to
see people
provide
are very
us.
impatient. It's that impatience is a national problem. So that everybody calm
See,
down, calmer, calmer, calmer. It's coming. It's coming.
listen, nothing at all. That small, what they call it, social studies they used to teach us when we were in secondary school, I mean primary school. They say
Mhm.
we have certain rights as Nigerians. None of those rights have been fulfilled in the past. I'm in my 30s, so in the past 30 years that I've been in this country, I've not seen it.
Sad,
Some governments have
sad.
come in. Do you understand? Some governments have come in to try to do like,
Shake it and
you know,
small. Shake it
you
and small hands
understand?
go shake.
You
Small hands go shake.
understand? Just give us one or two twerking, as if say the thing one day work, but like nothing works. right to life, right to dignity, right to freedom, right to speech, right to education, right to healthcare, right to any rights, social security, nothing. We don't have no right is working for us in Nigeria. So we need to really rethink this our relationship with our government, because it's enough for us to say, oh, and when election comes, we'll vote the person out. 2020 it's 2024. We're already talking about 2027 elections where we never even finish the shit where we did
Hmm.
inside right now. We're
Oh,
already talking about 2027 elections.
God did.
You, do you understand? Now make we pray first, say make we day alive to reach 2027.
Mhm.
Because the way Tinubu take hold us for neck right now is threatening our life. Seriously. But
Speak,
okay.
speaking about threatening our life, for those
Mm,
who have been under a rock, maybe playfully kidnapped, because sometimes now your boyfriend fit just say you want kidnap you for the weekend. You know that some girls they kidnap for the weekend, or there are some men they kidnap
yes.
for the weekend. All this
Bungee.
romantic stuff. You don't go out, you just be eating inside, be ordering, watching Netflix and chill. So you don't know what's
Wahala.
happening in the country. And those people that are just cheating, that just all those let's leave that aside. When you come from another girlfriend, you not be knocking anyhow. What God
I
did.
love it.
So in case you don't know, if you fall in this category, the NMPCL increased fuel pump price to 897 naira per liter. And I'll let you know what the ramification for that is. So earlier in the week,
Mm,
NMPC, after telling us previously that one, they had logistic issues, so that's why they could not transport fuel to other parts of the country. That's why there was a shortage. They
DML.
also lied that because of the rain and thunder and the flood, they could not move petrol to places in the country that needed them. Now they finally come out to speak. You know how your mother always ask you, what is wrong with you? Are you sick? No. Are you
Mm.
sick? No, I just play football and they just hit my leg small. It's until the third day when your leg are swollen, you can't wear shoe again. I say, they've dislocated my leg. Go, go come and go. That's what NNPC now did. NNPC said apparently they're owing
I
$6 billion.
love
NNPC said they're owing $6 billion, and that is why they
it.
cannot buy fuel and bring it to the country. Now, as they announced that one, they got more. They now did what's that thing you use in Zoom calls? Um,
Which one?
it's allow me to circle
Share my
back.
screen.
No,
Oh, okay,
circle
okay,
back.
okay.
So
Oh,
NFTC
okay,
circle
okay.
back during the Zoom meeting in Nigeria. I said actually that they now whispered it. Actually, petrol is now 897 naira. Now,
Mm,
if you've been out of Nigeria for a while, whenever there's first scarcity, right? The independent marketers always sell, or the other marketers always sell fuel at the price they deem fit because they know it's scarce, 800,
mm.
900. The NNPCL is known for always using the official pump price in the nation. So if maybe a mobile like Texaco, if Texaco is still alive, say, they're selling
No.
fuel for like 800 naira, NNPCL will still sell for that old price or the original price of 670 per liter. And that's why you notice whenever there's first scarcity, people prefer to go and queue at NNPCL because, bro, if I
Mm-hmm.
wait 4 or 5 hours here, I will still save money by 20, 30 liters at 617 naira per
Exactly.
liter because it is a compound interest. You save more. Now,
Exactly.
Potential just went on Twitter. I think mommy wanted to buy fuel, and she saw that the dial had changed, the number, the numerals, the numbering had changed. So that took a
Mm,
video and now showed it as proof that NNPCL has increased their own fuel to 897 naira per liter.
mm.
That means we are welcome to a new dispensation. Insert Shola Shobo Ali meme right now. We are welcome to a new dispensation. Other parts of the
Listen.
country before this were already selling at over 1,000 naira. I kept hammering this. If you are a fan of Loose Talk and 234 Essential, you remember a voice in the wilderness, like John the Baptist when I was eating
I don't
locusts
care.
from white honey. I was telling you didn't listen. I said, I've looked at the crystal ball, I've looked at the skies. The Son of Man
Ah,
did not reveal it to me, but the heavenly hosts
I love it.
said Nigerians will buy fuel for 1,000 naira. I kept saying it.
By,
Fuel
by
marketer
virtue
said
of
this
your
is last year.
anointing.
Yes, fuel marketer said this is last year. 1,000 naira is the clear price where they know that it's reasonable for their business, and nobody listened. Now there's back and forth. Is the government still paying subsidy? Apparently, NNPC was the ones paying subsidy. Now that our cash book and everything, we are now here to 897 naira. The
Is
official, I've looked into the skies
is
again.
it 897 or 855?
897. There's no point. So I saw 897 here. Maybe they'll shifted it back to 855. But I'm looking here at the report. It's 897. I'm
God, I
looking at
beg.
my crystal ball again. I'm looking at the sky. The holies of holies, the heavenly hosts are telling me,
Oh yeah,
"Say, son
now.
of man, tell your people, be a voice in the wilderness again. They will buy petrol for 1 2. They will buy petrol for 1,200 naira per liter. Because that is
On
where we
the
are
road
going.
to 1,200.
On the road to 1,200, my guy.
God,
And
I
since
beg.
this news has come out, Nigerians have started complaining again. I saw a fuel queue today. It was three streets long. If
Hmm.
anybody knows that mobile fuel station at Ogba, that
Mm,
street, you entered
on the road.
Obahakran, you entered Obahakran, snaked into
Mm,
Wemco, and snaked into Wemco again.
yeah.
These are these are not these are
Wow.
not residential places. These are roads, and people were there.
Wow.
Obviously, they're selling at a cheaper price for people to be there like that.
Hmm.
And once again, as Femi Kuti sang, them bobo your mama, them bobo. They told us
See,
that if you remove subsidy, that once in a while the price of fuel can even come down due to market forces. In Nigeria,
honestly.
made this first law: when your child is grown enough to speak, tell your child this: nothing comes down in Nigeria. No
It
price,
defies the law of gravity.
no price ever comes down in Nigeria. It is loke,
Listen.
loke. It's never coming down.
Hey, because
Now,
if we did not laugh, we will cry.
people who are using public transport, you get to the bus stop and the Danfo drivers are frowning. What used to be 300 naira, they can say it's 500 naira, and they'll tell you to get out
Mm,
because they say you didn't stay on, you are not queuing for fuel like them. You don't know what's happening. Okadas have started increasing their
exactly.
own. Kekamaras are increasing it, and when this thing happens, it's a ripple effect in Nigeria because we run a petrol economy. So any
Exactly.
small volatile thing that happens to the price of petrol or fuel, it affects the whole country. So food is going to
Mm-hmm.
increase again. Everything's going to increase again.
Everything. Oh,
Your skincare routine, which you want to manage, you want to package am.
I'm crying.
Now it don't go bloat again. Last, all of us will use shea butter. Now shea butter go reign now for this country.
Even shea butter is expensive now. Before you could buy like a reasonable size for like 100 naira. Now
Ah,
that if you no spend like 500, no
na
make
palm
I know
oil,
anything they happen.
all of us go to use now palm oil. And
See,
Vaseline.
and guess, and this thing I'm saying, I'm not even just saying it because, like, so personally, my skin is sensitive, right? So I've never really been a person to be buying too many products on my skin. So I've been over the years, shea butter has been my thing. Now, I remember I used to buy like a tub then for like maybe like 500 or 1K. The girl mixed it for me with some essential oil so it can smell nice and stuff. That same top I used to buy for 1K is now 6,000. So I don't know
Mm.
exactly. Shea butter is expensive. All of us will use spits. We use or you when you chop. You can't even buy buns again because egg roll is not 500 naira. It's
Harmattan,
more 50 naira.
Harmattan go blood you. People will look like like white workers here. Harmattan go
See,
blood you.
hey, in fact, Hamatan no dey Nigeria again now. We don't see Hamatan
This
anymore.
one go come. You know how they said the winter is coming. Winter don't finally land now.
See,
And you see
honestly.
the night king has arrived. You people did not know. You
It's
people.
cold outside. Oh, baby,
So
open the door.
that is the
It's
dispensation.
cold outside.
I asked people on Twitter to tell me where I can buy bicycle. I know all these new fancy bicycles.
Ah,
This
it's
bicycle.
expensive. Oh.
No, it's not that one I want to buy. I want to buy a Pawai Tapa bicycle. Pawai
It's even
Tapa one
expensive too.
is manageable. I'm seeing
No, it's
e-bicycle.
expensive.
I'm seeing e-bicycle of 1 million. Bro,
They do
calm
now.
down. No. Give me Papa Nkechi in the village bicycle. Where
Oh my god.
if you ride the bicycle too much, your testicles will be on fire. Will be on fire. You have to delicately sit.
Oh
Ehen.
my god.
That
I
is the
don't
one I
kill
want.
me.
That is the one I want.
See,
You know when you get bell, you know get bell. You say, Oga, come out for road, though. That's when you hear.
you can't
Because
hold torchlight for the front. Those that metallic
finish.
torchlight from back in the day, hold it in front so they can
Uh,
see road in the
that one
night.
that red button that can be doing ping, 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 that uses tiger
Mm,
battery. That is the solution right now. Because
but fact,
imagine
shall.
imagine you have your Benz right now. How much? Hey.
If everybody driving V8 engines here in Nigeria, now what for now?
Anybody that is not driving now, when they take to come
Hey,
out, you have to ask them, is it for money? If it's
why?
not for
Do
money,
you understand?
please let me do my house, JJ. Send me Zoom link. We'll talk.
Do you understand?
We'll
See, and
talk.
if you go person house, they on generator for you, kiss
Oh,
them, praise them. Emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. You need to greet them
this is
because
not the time you say, neighbor, I heard that I can say that you on your generator. Please, I want to charge my power bank. You will start paying now. People will
you will
start
bring
paying.
money. Oh.
You will start paying right now.
All
Please.
those people that used to say, I was just in your area. I thought to pop back. Pop where?
Thank God me, I
As
don't
you're
have
popping by,
POS.
bring money.
No,
Bring money.
if you're a man, bring money. There's no this thing. There's no this thing.
See,
Even
plus
as it
man,
is
oh,
now,
plus
gender
woman.
equality as woman. See, fine girl, as you have your shoe, yeah. I'll give you my bank account.
Everybody's gonna get it.
Let me even get it. Please. You can't come and watch Netflix for free. Oh, yeah. Give my
See.
bank account. Send me. Is it OPay? I have OPay. I have PalmPay. I have Zenith. I have First Bank. I have
Oh my
everything.
god.
I have everything. Everybody's going to pay. There's nobody come and watch
You
free
know,
film in my house.
you know what's most annoying to me, like for as Nigeria, especially Lagosians. All of us, we are seeing the wickedness of the economy and the country and the government. We're all seeing it, oh, Abby.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of this, we still see some people that will still be forming that, oh, everything is okay. They are snapping picture. They go out every weekend. Please, can you remove your picture from social media? We don't want to see.
Uh,
Please and please,
it seems now
can
that
you remove it?
house dating. You know when you go and date, you do house. You have a date, a good night, a good date. It's always house. Unless I ain't go ready
Eh?
because I know they
Oh
go.
no, no, no.
I know they go any restaurant again. I know. No, I'm sorry. I go
No,
restaurant now for myself.
the interesting thing is that we're really just growing up. I think that this is just us growing up, right? The things of the frivolities of our younger yesteryears, we're sort of
Uh,
left it behind,
first
and we're
cut
now
it.
thinking of more
First cut it.
intimate,
First cut it.
affordable ways.
I was going to go this out say frivolity. It's a vanity
See,
upon vanity. All this vanity.
let me tell you. Listen, see, I will forever be grateful for this, for the people in my life, and the kind of the life that I can live. However, it just doesn't make any sense right now to just be out every other week. I feel myself that going out once a month is okay right now because on a budget, though, because on a very strict budget, because
Thank
there
God,
is no money
thank
for
God that
careless
thank God
anyhow.
that the life of men are very. No, our life is very simple. Watch Premiership on the weekend. Go loud, go watch Premiership.
See,
That's going out. It counts as going out. That is counts
it
as
be like
socialized market.
it be
Go and sleep.
it be like say I'll try to invest in viewing center. In fact, why
No,
don't
don't
we
do this.
have like community viewing centers where people can just come
No.
buy an affordable beer is now expensive, by
Because
the way.
technically it's against the law. The community center, yeah, I mean, these
Really?
centers are technically against the law. Yes, yes,
Okay, no, and so that's why I sort of I later changed the mouth to
yeah,
say community centers. Somewhere
yeah.
people can just come, sit,
There's no community
buy
center again.
affordable stuff.
But we're lounge doing now. My own problem, that's why I say I don't like living where poor people are. All the lounges within my area, so that Yahoo boys, NURTW chairmen that are wearing
That's what's up.
Tinubu merch. The
Pop
girls gonna
pop.
say they look like I'm like bro. Please, I need to leave this place.
Pablo
Hey,
tablets.
tablets. Because
I
whenever
love
people
it.
tablets are upcoming, they're looking for who they will tablets.
See,
I cannot be doing. I cannot
but
be
you know the
doing.
interesting thing, those are the actual Nigerians. Those are the guys who put their lives on the line
I,
to go and vote
yeah,
for the for
I
the
agree.
sad government that we are
But
inside.
I can't be watching football there. I want to go to a place where I'm watching football. Everywhere is cool, it's classy. I have a place that I'll go and watch football, but it's like
Mm,
20 minutes away from me. But I can still manage. Very cool place, very nice place, and you can see the real Lagos there too. You see things happening in that
mm.
place. It's fine indoors. Room there upstairs. If you want go play your match upstairs, it's fine. But place where APC they follow
I audit
PDP fight.
your daddy Gio. It be like
I went to
say,
watch ball. In that ball, I go watch. I am
are
not of
you
the
are
world.
you sure you are talking about football?
Jesus went.
One.
Jesus attended a party. So please, and they were
Mm.
drinking there. I'm sure some people brought their concubines. They didn't bring their wife there. Concern Jesus. Jesus came to go and enjoy good live music. You go enjoy live band. Me, I want to go enjoy
See,
live football. Thank you.
I want to attack you, you know that is in my mind to actually attack you, but because of people like Daddy Energy that just joined the community, I don't want
What
it
is
to be
that?
like,
What is
this
the attack?
Ugochi is troublesome.
What is the
This
attack?
Ugochi is so troublesome.
What
Let
is
me
the attack?
just
What is
no,
the
no,
attack?
no. We'll come to it. Today I was more happy when we started this podcast. I was very sad. So
Your body
I
don't
just
ginger
want
now.
to and I just want to get my energy. Once I get it, don't worry, next episode, look out for me. I will, if you mention woman or upstairs room again, you will see the things that I will tell you so that you can know that
Now,
I
so
want you to be focused on the part
I
of the Lord,
is it
of
my fault?
salvation.
Is it my fault that most lounges double as Sariwagba?
I
Uh,
don't know. I've
uh,
never seen that before. I really don't know that. Is that what it
so
is?
Ugochi is
Yeah.
which is the one. Ugochi the one federal. Yeah,
No,
I beg.
I didn't see. I'm serious.
I
Like,
beg, I beg.
what? I
Mm.
don't know any lounge personally
Oh.
that they use as a Sariwagba knack. So
More you
I
do.
don't know.
You
I don't
do.
know anyone.
And
Yeah,
so,
help me type one inside this place. Make I see. I don't know
uh,
anyone personally.
don't know the name, but if I type the name, you will like no wonder because the name hard. It's hard. It's
So
hard.
I know that there are red light areas in
No,
on the island personally,
no, this
but
one is the
like
red light area.
not lounges.
This one, it's not like so you go there. I not as if you see babes there. Oh. It's like you bring a babe
Mm.
over. It's not as if
Ah,
babes are already
which
there.
kind
No,
name
no,
be
no.
this one?
That's true. And there's no garden there. There is no street. There is no one. The leaf that
It's
is there.
metaphorical.
The leaf that is there is outside on the street. It is
I
there's
love
no
it.
vegetation in that area.
Now weed, now it go
But
there. Now the
uh,
weed be the garden.
but I don't blame them. You have to be in Nigeria. If you are doing business, you have to serve more than one purpose. So you can buy
Of
food there if you
course.
want to eat. You can watch football, drink, and anything you want to do again. There's accommodation there. It runs like a hotel itself. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and if you want
See,
to, yeah,
you,
you
you
don't.
need to diversify your product offerings. And
Um,
in my line of business, that's what we call it,
um,
diversification of
just
product
diversify in this
offering.
economy. That's die. Either you diversify or die. That is the title of this podcast.
Listen,
Diversify or die.
this is so important because, in fact, inside the diversifications, every government will still put policies and
Uh,
this thing that we still scatter the. You remember that the burst of logistic companies in Nigeria? I actually bought it back then, but
oh yes, no.
the burst of logistic companies like in the mid 2000s, like from the early 2000s to the mid 2000s, there was a huge burst of logistics. Everybody had a bike at that point, really. But now, see the way government just use Siki One
Yes.
to
Yes,
remove,
I can say these
to
are the
change
bikes
all
you
of
have to
us
use.
perspectives.
Bro,
No, it's
I say
so
Nigeria, bro.
crazy, really. Now that the price of oil has increased, let's talk about how I know you've already mentioned a couple of it, but let's talk about how it's already currently affecting us as people. My first problem is yes, so the fuel has increased. However, it is unavailable. So while tackling two things, the availability of the fuel and then the cost of the fuel,
Yep.
how are
Two
people
demons.
managing? Do you understand? Like, how
Um,
are people managing?
First of all, you don't hear generators again when NEPA takes light at night. Oh, that's
I
grrr.
don't
No,
know,
back then you
Anje.
hear grrr. Maybe only one
I
person
swear.
for the watch the engine. Everybody don't lock up.
I get
When they
one
bring
neighbor
light
like
is
this.
when they bring light.
There's one neighbor close to me here. Once they just off the lights now, bam, it don't on generator.
Now
But
big boy.
since maybe this afternoon, like right now, his gen is not on, which is so
You don't touch
surprising
them. You
because
don't about
you
the first
understand,
station. You
hand
don't
don't
touch
touch
them.
him.
You don't touch one or
See,
two. Mm.
government has beaten our ear by force. We have to hear now.
You know the
See, because
worst.
everywhere is tight.
You know the worst thing that can happen right now
Tell me.
is that national grid should just collapse for like 3 days.
Hey,
See,
Osoba.
protest will happen. Oh. People feel go mad.
I've been looking at the comment section of some what's it called now? Some social media platforms, especially like these bloggy, gisty ones. And everybody's been talking about I've seen people Nigerians talk about how protests should not be planned.
See, what they are
Can you
saying
talk
is
about that for a
what
second?
they are saying.
Hmm.
Please, DSS, you know we me talk am. They're not talking about protest. They're talking about something else
Hmm.
again. It's not protest. Protest is when you
Mm,
actually plan and say, okay, this is what we're going to do on day one, on day two. This is
mm.
our demand. What they're
This one's
talking
a
about,
riot.
what they're talking about is an uprising. That one is
Aha.
now that one people no one here because that one, if you say as they say go to say come, now allow.
I
Uh-huh.
swear.
That one they are saying, you don't pass everybody hand because you switch, oh, protest not supposed to be planned, let's do it. Bro, it will start like that, and what it will cause at the end of the day, even innocent people go there. You go there your house, boys will just come to your house and start beating you up. God forbid,
God
loot your
forbid.
house,
Oh.
preaching people. Because this thing, it just takes one thing for it to go left. One thing for it to go left. And it's all boys will start
Honestly.
looting. You and your car at the toll gate in like one of those uh what they call it, traffic lights. Boys will just
Mm.
bash your car with stone, beat you, drag you come out. Hmm.
That's if
Yeah.
it's probably already happening, to be
Oh, it happened.
honest.
It
It's
happened.
actually already happening.
It happened that year when remember when they said, "Oh, there was one xenophobic killing in South Africa where they killed a man, a Nigerian man,
Mm-hmm.
and Lekki boys just went into shopping malls and they're looting. They were
Listen,
stopping cars on the road and beating the bro. That
it's
is just
happening right now.
that is just a what do you call it now? When you go correct restaurants where they give you small,
Mm.
or when you go buy suya, some of us never go restaurant. When you want to go and buy
Testing,
suya,
testing.
yeah, the suya man will give you one for testing. Go deeper inside the pepper. You go
Um,
etowo. May you
they know
just
they give us testing for this like you.
they dey give us
They put all the meat for stick. So
no.
when you come, you buy the meat from the stick
Oh,
and
but
you go your way. Nobody give you
it
testing.
is in your constitution, listeners in Nigeria. It is in your constitution to
It's
demand
your right.
for you to say, "Oga, give me one way I go use test now." How I gonna say, "Oh, come on."
The thing sweet.
That's what fosters relationship between the suya maker and the suya buyer. That
Listen.
is it. That is it. Yeah,
Mom, we know
bro.
they take testing again. God I
We are
beg.
in, we are in the end times right now. I know the end. What's the end game? And they said the Avengers. We're in the end game right now. So please, everybody
What
have
a
to
mess.
adjust your lifestyle a little bit to the current economic conditions in the country. Tighten your belt. Don't look at
And guess what?
politicians. Because politicians don't they tighten their belts. They have big stomachs, so they know they will now gather they wear. Now trad and another elastic rope on they use. So if you have
No,
belts
na
now,
rope.
mhm,
Just the rope so that
if
they
you have
can pull
belts
it
now,
anytime.
if you have belts now, please, 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 please. If you know say you like the good life, we know say make you chop life, but enjoy. If now you will like to the toast two men to show say you be correct guy, you they drop by every time. Where body go soon tell you. We don't go as it they go. All right.
See, I has advised the men to the women, be in your money, be in your bag, you know. Just focus on you, buy your skincare, look good, smell nice, look great,
Buy
go for
share
your
butter,
money.
baby. Buy share butter. Nobody gonna know the difference. When
See,
you see your Instagram, like, oh,
shea
this
butter
girl,
is,
her body looks good.
interestingly, shea butter is the base for a lot of skincare products, skin
See,
hair care products,
you see,
even. So,
and palm
yeah,
oil is also the base for a lot of soap too. Hair. So
fair.
if you
Yeah.
use palm oil, then after you use palm oil, all those cheap perfume spray am for your body, so you're not gonna smell like palm oil. You know how they
You know
go.
one cream I'm actually looking for. I told my friend to help me tell her sister to help me look out for it. It's good that we're mentioning it here. When we're growing up, there's something this called elako, right? So it's the shell of pancake, right? You know when you finish, let's say you use when you get palm fruit, palm frond, right? You take the outer, the yellow looking bright colored outer layer. You can use it
Uh,
to do faku and the other things. Now when you get into the aki itself, within the pancake, when you get into the pancake itself, before you get to the part where you can eat it, that part that you break, that thing you
yeah.
break off to
Mm-hmm.
eat the thing inside, they they extract the oil from that shell and then they use it as body cream. Gosh, it is such a miracle worker. It is great for damaged skin.
You see,
I'm looking for it right now actually because I
buy
don't
local.
mind.
Buy local to support the
Honestly,
naira. And you that used to buy like high fashion, please know that you people call it thrift now. Back in the day,
fashion is forever, my G.
back in the
Please
day,
don't cut that down.
we didn't used to call it thrift. We used to call it you must to bend down
Okrika.
select. Oh. You go bend.
Listen,
See fine girl. Fine, look, that final girls like you that go to Yaba. Go
I love
and do
it.
it. You have to wear COVID mask. Wear COVID mask now. Nobody go know. So you go buy am. That mini skate where you dey find, you go sell am for Yaba, cheaper.
I actually agree with that. You're
But
100%.
when you get to make sure you disinfect it, use fleet and everything, just in case. You
Please
don't
don't
know.
kill me, please.
It's not no, it's not insecticide. Fleet. Those one.
Oh, please
That big one,
don't
the one
kill
you know
me.
that's one where you go pump, go poop. Just in case there are any fleas or insects there. Nobody go know. It's not every time you go and buy
I
high
love it.
fashion. Right now, select there's Oshodi, there's Yaba, there's Katangwa, there's this place. What's that place that opens Aswani? Aswani Market.
Yes, so
Only Thursdays. Nobody go know.
is that Sunday market still on?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I used to live around that area before, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It probably is, or I don't know.
Yeah. You that like taking women out for dates, it's better you go and learn how to cook now because it's looking serious as now. It's looking crazy, fam. Thank you.
See, actually, I agree with that part of thrift shopping. So, fashion brands all over the world have been talking recently about sustainable fashion, and one of the tenets of sustainable fashion is repeating clothes. You don't need to buy clothes if you don't need them, right? So repeat your wears. You can upwear it. Is that what they call it? No, I don't know the right word right now, but you can updo it. You can turn it down. You can play with your clothes. Get creative. Basically, that's what you're trying to say. If you have a pair of jeans that you're tired of, maybe dye it a different color. Rip it up if you want. Do something nice and creative with it. Don't just try as best you can to if you don't to reduce wastage. I think that's basically what I'm trying to get at the most. If you check your budget for the month, for those who want to live on a budget, some people don't believe in budgeting, that's okay, but if you believe in budgeting, try to buy in bulk if you can. If don't buy it if you don't need it. If you don't need it, remember, if you don't need it, don't buy it. Look for more sustainable ways to live. If something is just close by, how about taking a walk instead of driving? What else? Don't if instead of buying, if you used to buy a lot of bags of pure water these days, you can actually switch to buying dispenser water. Dispenser water is more affordable. I think a gallon is 18 liters and it's about 1,400. Though in my area is 1,400. It could be cheaper in your area, I
Well,
don't know. Buy that instead of buying pure water and littering the whole place. Put it in a bottle, take it around. You can drink from a bottle. For those of you, according to Okme Pharmacy, I saw on his page that people buy Voss. Somebody said in the comment section that people buy Voss water and mineral water and then drink it, finish, and then fill it with their house water and then move around with the
standard.
bottle. I don't think. Do you understand?
Standard.
That's smart. I don't
That's
think it's
standard.
bad.
It's not
I
bad.
think it's
It's,
smart.
it's only
Yeah.
bad if you're not using to pose as if, oh, this designer water. If you just say,
Wahala, but
this one are regular water, just for the hair. But if you not use it to make like, oh, no, God will punish you. And that one, God will punish you. Well.
you know what? Life is about perception. People would perceive what they want, however you do it. You shall know what you they do. Say you want drink water. Say you get bottle. You go whether na Voss bottle, whether na Stanley cup, whatever it is that you want to use to carry your water. Please carry it around proudly. I know these days we make we make simple things look cool, which is fine depending on how we do it. But I think it's smart to do that instead of going around and buying plastic bottle of water. Yes, it kicks the people out of the market, but it also helps in not kicking the people out of the market. It helps. It doesn't do well for their numbers. However, you have to think about yourself first. So instead of wasting so much, pure water sachet has even increased and is now so expensive. You might as well save the cost and save yourself, save the world, save the economy, and carry your own water around. I feel like there could be a blessing in all of this. There could be opportunities also in all of this. And this is me trying to be optimistic, of course, because the alternative is detrimental to our health, mental health, our state of our heart and well-being. So I'm just speaking as the voice of optimism. I know it's not the best and that's not what anybody's looking for right now, but if we're not ready to face our demons, then we'll continue to find ways to cope with them and live peacefully with them till we are ready to stand up and do what we're meant to do. Till then, coping mechanism 101
Aluta
for
continua,
those wastes.
altogether, Aluta continua, Victoria, etc. Let's go.
And this victory, I don't know as one take a set more because
We go still am, no be accepted
you
again. Okay.
understand. But please,
Speaking
oh.
on another topic, the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant held, during the weekend, last weekend,
Mm,
and predictably and unpredictably, Chidimma Adetshina won the pageant that she was crowned Miss Universe Nigeria. So let's give her a small this thing.
whoop, 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 whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop.
And that's for South Africans too that you're listening. Thank you very much. Yeah, and she won. And
Petty much. I love it.
some people have the opinion that but Bruce and the Bruce family just did this for because it was trending and they were trying to take advantage of the situation. I kind of spoke about it on Loose Talk and I just reiterate
Mm,
again. Uh, Brotherly and sisterly, people who have a problem with this, yeah. When it comes to show business in Nigeria, I don't think I can
mm,
name two better than Benmuri Bruce. At just the age of
mm.
20, when Bush was inviting the likes of Kool and the Gang, if you don't know Kool and the Gang, do your Googles, the
Yep.
biggest foreign artist at that time to Nigeria to come and perform in his 20s. This is a man who successfully launched his own beauty pageants that chased Miss Nigeria out of the market, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Most Beautiful Girl in Nigeria. Most Beautiful Girl in
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria has produced just a few, and I'll mention them as queens, the queens who came out. Um, Bianca Ojuku,
Mm-hmm.
Regina Askia, Mona
Ah,
Chiabi,
babe.
Mona Chiabi, um,
My sister.
Adezobobo, Omowumi Akinfesi, and most
Ooh.
importantly, Nigeria's Miss Universe or Miss World, I can't remember the title, Agbani Derogo,
Yep,
came
yep, yep.
out from Silverbed. So,
Miss World.
yes, or Miss World, yeah. If Bobo Bruce sees it right that this is the babe, now who should represent Nigeria in Miss Universe, I don't think I have any opinion as to why they did this.
She's pretty though. She's
And
really
there's a
beautiful.
video that we saw of the other contestants, and it was clear that I love now that Michelle
She's really pretty.
Adetshina, the way she was kicked out of South Africa and the way she was accepted by Nigeria was a blessing in disguise. I
See.
can't talk about it here. Although this was the first beauty pageant where we had a plus size contestant, and I think she came.
Yeah.
Shout out to them! Shout out to them! The Bruces are keeping up with the times. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
so
Even though I don't like
inclusivity.
Even though I don't like beauty pageants because I don't really get the whole idea of it. Women just coming out.
Really?
I don't really get like why are they now? But is it that we know they are beautiful? So why do you want to parade them, especially when they're in a bikini? I'm like, bro, come on.
So I think that I'm not saying this as a matter of fact, but just understanding the a little bit about fashion and modeling, right? Um, First of all, it's not just some. A lot of people believe that models were prostitutes. One, but just to reinvent the image of modelings and
That one do
models,
sha, yeah, that one do.
yeah, it was important to do that. So yeah, it was more it was more of, we talked about diversification, so it was more to diversify the talents and the what's it called, the opportunities for models back in the time, and it wasn't only nestled for models alone, but you also had makeup artists, you had fashion designers, everybody came to play,
Oh yes,
right?
so
So
collaborative efforts actually.
exactly, that's the word. So it was a rounded experience for not just the models, but every other person in the glam team, the people setting up the stage, the glam team putting together what's it called, um the pageants, the feet, the makeup, what have you, and also to show that just because a woman was beautiful doesn't mean that she's also airheaded, right?
Oh yes, because you have to come out
um
and speak about issues.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just about beauty, but like putting beauty into good work. So I believe like that was what was most important for that's why it started, that's why pageantry started, but anyway,
It reminds me
my own
of
2 cents.
it reminds me of one time they were doing Miss Malika beauty pageants. One of these,
Mm,
this was like in the 90s or early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked one of the contestants that what is human trafficking? And she said human trafficking is when people walk in front of a traffic light. I said, God,
Jesus
damn.
Christ.
You-
Yeah.
I said, God have mercy.
That one today
Hmm.
is part of it.
Hmm. That is scared me for a while. It scared me for a while. It scared me. And she was laughing like she was giggling when she answered. That's the
Of
thing.
course, because
Like,
it's funny.
like don't you know you're stupid?
How would you know? It's the burden of the enlightened
Hmm.
to know that somebody is
Yes.
not is
That is
unenlightened.
the cause of your life. They know where
Do
this
you
are from.
understand?
Ah,
I
oh,
love it, but
well.
it makes sense, Sha. It
Yeah.
actually makes sense.
On still speaking of beauty pageants, it's just how with the times, beauty pageant is no longer like that platform where if you like Miss Nigeria, you're like a celebrity.
Yeah,
You're like the most desirable woman in Nigeria. But
everybody was watching.
since the advent of cable TV and reality TV shows and Nollywood also, those they now became the platforms for women to now project themselves, to sell themselves as a brand, as a beauty model or anything like that. And started seeing that pageants started falling off. I think the last Miss Nigeria or most beautiful girl in Nigeria that I know was Anabana. And that's because shout out to Flo Rwani, keeping it real. But since then, it has just dwindled. I think we are like if you go to Big Brother Nigeria now, and make an impression, you have definitely going to be like one of the hottest women in Nigeria for a while. Also in Nollywood. I know in Nollywood in the 90s, that was like the standard for beauty now. When the likes of Genevieve, Omotola, funny enough, Regina Asker, who was a beauty queen also, uh, came out and then that
Hot
became
babes.
and that became the standard of hot women in Nigeria. And I think now today, if I ask you who are the last two beauty queens in Nigeria, most
I
beautiful
don't
girls,
know.
nobody knows them. Nobody cares.
I really don't know.
But we're actually like in a Mercy set in Big Brother Nigeria, or if I tell you name the five hottest Big Brother Nigerian Big Brother Nigeria female contestants, like the hottest babes. You start giving me the names. It's like I know this
Back
guy.
to back to back to
Even the
back.
IP. So I think it's just doing it a bit. Maybe they need to change the format, or maybe just a sign of the times. People don't just care. People don't want to appreciate female beauty that way anymore, and they rather do that on social media, on reality TV. But who knows?
I think that the PR has just sort of died off, especially because we used to watch these pageants on terrestrial and TV
It was an event
stations.
back then. No. People used to argue that no,
Yeah.
This Lagos has to win. Look at
See,
first.
we used to wait by our TVs to watch it.
Sokoto is the one that's going to win. Have you seen Miss
Do you
Sokoto?
get Mr. Rabba?
When she came out in her cultural attire, But now, so if we don't even know contestants, we don't know anything.
Like this Miss Universe that happened now. I didn't even know when it was holding and when it happened. All I know was that all I know is that Miss Adetshina won and that was it.
And that's why Ben Bruce is a genius. How do you revive a dying brand? Yo, it's trending on social media. Jump on it real quick. Simple.
Honestly.
When last did people speak about beauty pageants in this country? When last?
I think after that time when they said they were going to do it in the north and they sort of shut down that whole thing, everybody sort of lost interest.
So Miss Universe or Miss World was meant to come to Nigeria. Those who don't know. And Northerners were kicking it. Some Muslims were kicking against it because I think it fell during the time of fasting. Now we're still normal. A journalist now came out to say, and this is why you should always be sensitive about people's religion, that even Muhammad would have watched that even Muhammad will watch the pageantry and pick a wife out of one of those contestants. I'm summarizing that journalist had to leave Nigeria because the fatwa was declared on that journalist.
Wow.
And it shut down the prospect of it happening. So religious sensitivity also matters at the end of the day.
See, and I don't want to talk about religion because I feel like religion is for sale right now.
Nigeria, of course.
Yeah, in Nigeria, it's really largely on sale. And I said it. Anybody that feels bad about it, that's your problem.
What has Khan said about Tinubu's administration? Everybody else keep quiet. Do
you get what I mean? Yeah. I feel like religion is largely on sale right now, and it feels like the hip thing. If you're not being religious, then I didn't say spiritual, and I didn't say Christianity or Muslim. I just said religion. Religion is for sale. And because of that, I don't even want to go into that because it's a very touchy subject and it's really hot and in demand right now in Nigeria. However, it's just that thing where a lot of the things that used to keep us sane as Nigerians, that used to bond us together, that we could sit together and talk about, have really they have gone extinct. We don't talk about them. We don't. There's nothing
We need to
except
move
men
on.
who just keep talking about football right now.
Please,
Um,
please, thank you. Football is a
no, it's,
unifier. It's a unifier.
see,
And shout out to
that's
women.
basically
Shout out
it.
to women who watch football. You are truly, truly, truly appreciated.
Shout out to women who actually
I
watch
loved.
football, and
Yes.
I'm going to try to do something about that. I don't watch football. Again, I don't say this proudly, or in fact, there's no emotions to it. I really don't. But I feel that we do need a certain level of physical activities to just keep ourselves going.
Yes.
And I'm going to actually put the work into it for sure because I see a gap in this, and it's very important that it happens. And
Yep.
just for the fun of it, come together and play, do stuff, because every time we're always talking about the government, and it's so draining. Yes, the Nigerian government affects everything that we do, everything from commute to feeding to housing to everything, well-being, healthcare is government. However, it's important that we also sort of take a break from it every now and then. It's very easy to get sucked into the web of it. But I beg, I'm tired. I'm actually really tired. I can't explain the level of tiredness I'm
I'm
feeling.
not
It's so bad
Christian
that,
soldier.
do you understand? My dear. And now would their life if I too, really. Like I need to first of all, I'm tired. I'm fat. My brain is tired because
Sorry.
when you think of something.
I said sorry.
Oh, you're telling me. Thank you, Jerry. When you think of something, you just wake up more money because we have no business. Imagine that for us to be 65 naira at some point, not
Yep.
to a distant past,
So
though. Just
let's
here.
let's first thing before we wrap up, Sha, let's put it in context for those who don't know. Because people are saying that this is too expensive and everything, yada yada yada. Hold on, let me forward. I saved it this today. All right,
Yeah.
average price of a liter of petrol across some selected countries. In the United Kingdom, it's 2,000 naira, 2,973 naira. Now you said that's United Kingdom. But United Kingdom is very, very, yada 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 yada. Cameroon is 2,270 naira. Canada is 2,101 naira per liter. South Africa is 2,035 naira per liter. China is 1,939 naira per liter. Togo is 1,851 naira per liter. Benin Republic is 1,797 naira per liter. Ghana, our brothers
Because
over
I'm
there,
sending fuel expensive since.
1,582 naira. USA is 1,000 naira, 532, 1,532 naira. UAE, 1,267 naira. Nigeria,
Wow.
and this one was just the former price, 717 naira. Algeria is 544 naira. Angola is 525 naira. Libya is 51 naira. That one is
Wow.
an economic miracle. Iran, 46 naira. So some people who are in support of the price increments can use this and say, oh, look at other countries that are more expensive than us. But what we are doing is also bring out the minimum wage of these same countries and compare to that of Nigeria, and also
Exactly.
bring out the inflation rate in all these countries compared to that of Nigeria. At the end of the day,
Exactly.
when I say the government should not increase what they have to increase because of the economy, we understand. But the poor man should not be taking the brunt of this all the time. There is no money in the
All
economy.
the
Nigerians
time.
cannot afford this at this point. There's no money in the economy.
See.
The economy is just going on its own.
Tony on your own. I
Turning
have
on
a
its own.
question.
Yes.
With Dangote refinery looking like it's about to be up and running,
It's up
if
and
it is not
running.
already up and
My dad
running,
also
okay,
has in
great.
fuel, in pure water fuel. It's white. It's clean.
See, somebody said if Dangote can be carrying his fuel up and down in bottles to show people
Who
who
are
are
you?
you that you will
Not to
not
carry
carry
your
your
market.
business. See, with the Dangote refinery up and running, does this then mean that the price of fuel will drop?
Thank you, Honorable, for asking that question. So
Thank you very
I
much.
refer you to somebody who was there at the press conference when Dangote officially opened his refinery. Asked him this question, and he said he can't say that for now because it's the federal government that will, and our daddy in National Rock, that will determine that price. That the price is not determined now, but they will determine the price and pass it across to all the channels involved, including everyday
Imagine.
Nigerians. So we wait with bated breath, waiting for Pharaoh to come out to speak to the Israelites and say,
Listen,
God has told me to let you people go, so go with my blessing.
after the 9 plagues, or which one? Because be like say the plague no they finish.
No, I won't play. Nigeria play them is like 500.
Number what plague are we in now?
We're like
Because
500.
I've lost count.
We're like 500. We're like 500.
Hey, Pharaoh they learn work for what Tinubu do.
Mm.
It's just they start the
Yeah.
baby wicked leader.
It's an
Do you understand?
It's an intent.
It just they warm up.
Mhm.
He's the forerunner of the wickedness.
Mhm.
It not even do too much as this guy. I mean, it would be great if well can obviously it will not revert because this is Nigeria, but it'd be great if the price of fuel will really go back to what it's or something reasonable. If we
Yeah.
can even do at this point 200 naira, I don't see how that is a bad thing because how can a tuber of yam be 10,000 naira? One tuber of yam, you guys,
Don't,
I'm not even joking.
we don't tell all of them now. Don't worry. Let who
One
have ears,
tuber.
they who have ears, let them hear what the Lord is about to do.
See,
I can't
I don't even
Israel.
know. I don't even know what exactly it is that again. And you have asked this: what are we enjoy? What is the fruit? What is the
Okay.
what? The government is supposed to
I have,
provide
I have,
basic
I have,
things for
I have,
us.
I have homework for you. I have something to tell you.
Tell me.
Go and find out who your senator is, who is representing you in the House of Senate. Then send that person, he or she, an email. Say, please, can you explain what's your benefit?
But the person will not read.
No,
But I'll actually try it. Oh,
let's check. I want to send my
let me
house
write it
senator.
down. Let me know.
I want to send my house
Did you
senator.
write? Did you send that one
I
that
said that
time?
one. It bounced back. And that's Lagos State House of
Wow.
Rep. I want to send to my senator now in the House of Senate that there's one particular road in Logba. For almost 8 months now, it's bad. It's a major road. That's the road where Wayek is. Not like is it, I think it's Wayek. Wayek is. The police station is there. The Nigerian Institute of Journalism on that same road, and the road is on motor road. There is a big hole, deep hole inside that road. You can see the end of the road, the bottom of the road, inside that hole. And they've left it for months. They've not done anything about it. I want to let that, please, the constituents who are living here who are paying tax, fly this road every day. Can you beg
Exactly.
the governor to do something about it? And I beg with the bed.
See, I'm even tired because even in VI, there are big potholes. You know what I'm doing with VI? VI and Ikoyi, they are terrible roads. I don't even want. There's one very popular road that leads to the house of one very popular person in Nigeria, and the road is so bad, like the potholing. So if those people are living in that sort of a I don't know the right word to use. I also use depravity, but is it really because they go into their comfortable houses and rest with their 24 hours lights, you know? But if they can be living with the reality of potholes on their own roads, do we really think that they really care about some inner roads? Some they don't care. These people really. I'm tired. I'm ready until the day maybe close to one election now. Maybe when Sanwo-Olu is not feeling like very confident about winning an election, or his seat seems to be shaking.
He's not going for an election again. He has,
No,
don't try now.
no, and obviously, I mean, I say Sanwo-Olu as a figurehead, right? You know, if anybody who is vying for a position in Nigeria, once they just see that it's like people are not looking at me, or they now start one philanthropic move, and it's either with the roads or going to go and give widows money, or doing one stupid bridge that cannot even hold their own weight, or you know something something very below the standard, just to keep us hungry and thirsty and keep us coming back for more, you know. But I don't know. I don't know the day that is, they say we're the leaders of tomorrow now. The problem is say we don't really grow. And some people that are in our age group that have joined the government, it be like say all of them they don't sing the same song. In fact, some of them don't go choir master. They're the ones leading the chorus. They are even doing worse at this point. But hey, and this is not to say for a fact that they are doing worse, but I do believe, I hope,
Yeah,
because hope is the only thing that keeps us going in this country, really. I
that's
hope
just it.
that we are able to, yeah, I hope that we are able to find common ground somewhere, and, at least, even if it's electricity, that we get right first and just run it for like 10 years. Imagine a Nigeria of 10 years steady power supply, what that would look like.
My imagination has died a long time ago. I don't imagine again. Like Shaggy Adetshina, I don't imagine again. Okay,
God, I beg.
as what you said, you can only hope. And hope in the Greek mythology, when they opened the Pandora's box and all the evil came out in this world, the last thing that was in that box was hope. So let's pray and hope that one day
I will find hope at the bottom.
at the bottom. All right, let's wrap up right
Did you?
now. Sorry, what did you say?
I wanted to ask you if you watched that. If you watched the, we just off the Miss Universe conversation before we roll off it. Did you watch the interview that BBC had with the
Oh, no, nope,
with the
nope,
Queen?
nope, nope, nope.
Ah, okay.
I think like she's a
First of all,
queen,
she's
no?
very well spoken.
Of course.
Yes, now
I'm not
she's,
sure.
is she not a queen?
Yeah. I met a queen once.
Emma.
I met a beauty queen once. There's a
Really?
beauty queen in Nigeria that will reign for 100 years. She's reigning for, our reign is for 100 years.
Who's that?
So, Nigeria was formed in 1914, right?
Yes.
So, in 2014, the federal government did a beauty pageant to celebrate Nigeria's 100 years of existence. And there's a lady who won. Actually, very articulate lady too. Very articulate lady.
I love that.
And her reign is for the next 100 years. So when Nigeria is now 200 years old, they'll have another beauty pageant. But her reign is for the next 100 years.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Some mad,
really, really, I didn't even know
that's some
that.
bad CV you should have, man.
Do you get what I mean? Probably your rule will outlive you. Your
Obviously.
reign will outlive
I don't
you.
know, obviously,
Yeah, that's
definitely.
so interesting.
All
But
right.
speaking of women that also articulate, did you see the
Winner.
some did you know women affairs? Ah, is she the leader of the women affairs? I don't even know, the commissioner of women affairs. I don't know if she's a commissioner or something. The woman was complaining about how people in her cabinet organize what's it called? They organize seminars and all this for women, but they don't empower women, and she has warned them. Did you see that thing
I saw the
on
clip.
socials?
I saw the clip, yeah.
Yeah. That shit was so real, and see, I couldn't help, but I didn't even know how to feel, whether to applaud the woman or to admonish her to see, how did they do this kind of thing and you did not know that they were
Ah,
doing it, and
it's
you're just hearing
possible.
about it.
It's very
I
possible.
swear.
Ministry large, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the Minister of Women Affairs, actually, not the Commissioner, the Minister of Women Affairs. That video lives rent free in my head, because the woman said, when they say, don't talk about this one, don't talk about this one, shh, keep quiet. Plus the one where they say make you no talk, plus the one where they say make she talk. The woman was livid, and I love it, because righteous anger is very important. You need to be calling people. She even called the woman by her side house that was standing there. Even you, Mrs. Coco, call the woman's name. I love it. I love it when people stand up for what is right. It will cost you in a country like Nigeria, where it's a mafia zone. You know, speaking up for your rights can be an extreme sport. And just seeing her do that really some is worthy of applause from me, because wow, 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 wow. And then
Yeah.
Miss Additional's win as
Try.
well.
She try.
She spoke up the BBC. See these interviewers, they don't even used to take, they don't even.
Okay, shout out to the minister. And let us jump into prop and flop of the week. Where do we start? Prop or flop? Prop or flop?
Let's start with flop. We need some good news. We need to be happy. We need
Okay.
happy juices.
Flop of the week is that in a country that became a petrol state in the 1970s, Nigeria has continued to struggle with fuel supply to citizens. In the 80s, they brought this great scam called subsidy, where the government will pay part of the price of fuel for Nigeria so that we will not carry that burden. And subsidy now became a scam that led to fuel queues, uh, for decades. I remember in the 90s where parents, drivers will spend 3 days, 4 days at fuel stations because they're looking for
I
fuel.
swear.
And subsequent administrations have come to tell us that for there will be no more fuel queues. Obasanjo did the same. He removed the part of subsidy in fuel price. It went up. Ashomole cried, shut down the nation for like 3 days. They settled on the middle ground. People sang about it. And in every administration it has continued. They'll say, oh, no, 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 no. Good luck always remove fuel subsidy, but his method of doing it was not very, very popular. Then over
Mm.
to Buhari. Buhari cried from year one. There will be no more subsidy, And for a while, to be fair to him, there were no more fair queues. But the last 2 years, were about day or last 1 year, they were like, fuck you. The queues came back.
I swear.
And the man, in his usual fashion, cowardly removed subsidy from fuel in this country. And unknown to our daddy in National Rock right now, on his first day in power, when he was addressing Nigerians, he said, fuel subsidy has removed. He now created a chain reaction where fuel stations across the country, immediately they heard it, they closed their stations, and the next day they are increased the fuel price to 600 and something naira. Here we are again, and they told us they removed subsidy, but in Tinubu's 1 year, we've seen at least 4 or 5 queues. NNPC
Listen.
has continued to lie to us that, oh, it's the rain somewhere. Shango did this. Amadioha did this. One masquerade somewhere did this. Oh, one lizard entered our petrol tank. That is why we cannot give Nigerians fuel now. Now we are here, and Nigerians are seeking for fuel, despite being one of the largest exporters of crude oil in this country. This is the same country that cannot have one public refinery working. NNPC Health keeps telling us that Port Harcourt refinery will work. We don't know when the Port Harcourt refinery will work. Even Port Harcourt refinery does not know when it will work until
Kills by moonlight.
Dangote came and did his own refinery, which they almost sabotage until the poor man. I've never seen a billionaire cry out before. I have seen billionaires in my
Listen.
life. I've never seen a billionaire who is even say, okay, come and buy fuel for me, crying out, you know.
The man, they really played with his confidence, so his self-confidence. They really twatted it. This
Baba,
government is not. Does this government look like a joke to you?
Listen, gray here. Listen, gray here. No, something has to be said about the NNPCL. This is the only organization in Nigeria that never gets probed.
At all.
Who are never called to order. You cannot tell NNPCL that they've fallen short of expectations of Nigerians. It's
At all.
about cabal in this country. NNPCL might be the first cabal in this country. They do what they want and they don't care. Now they've left Nigerians stranded everywhere because they have no fuel, and they are proud
Exactly.
to increase fuel price. No apologies, no solution to this whole madness. Not even a clear date when other refineries will work. These are refineries that the government pump money into to resuscitate.
No solution even.
No solution.
Sight.
All they keep giving Nigerians is excuses. And I can bet you, since NNPC was created till now, there is no NNPC executive that has been poor. They
Exactly.
are living a life of luxury. So we don't understand what is going. I have no problem if you are living a life of luxury, but do the fundamentals. Do your fucking job. NNPCL, since they created them and they now became NNPCL again, have shown that they cannot do their fucking jobs. They've been a failure from the first day they were created to now. And that is why they deserve flop of the week, because it's always excuses. I can bet you, when the price of fuel reaches 1 2 again, there will still be first class in this country, and they'll tell you it's because of logistics.
100%.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
Yeah.
Imagine that in the past 1 year, we have seen the cost, the pump price of fuel increase about three or four times in just 1 year. This one fuel price has increased about 4 times. There have been from speculations to reality. They will say, oh, it's speculation. You will see it, that they will just change it overnight somehow, and nobody says anything
until they speculate reality.
Do you understand? Speculate is this one, fake it till you make it. NNPC, they're the poster child for fake it till you make it, because how we started this journey on 100 and something naira, and now we are at 800 and some. What? That's over almost 400 or 500% increase from where we are coming from.
Poor man's pocket has not increased; it's decreasing.
I think I saw something on social media where what's his name, the NLC chairman was talking about how the government deceived them when they went to a round table to talk about
See, that would
increasing the minimum wage.
those ones, God is judging. God is watching them before. Okay, I cannot talk about those ones again. They're not saying that the government should reverse. I'm sorry, I don't. When you were taking photo in national work, you did not know. You did not know
Yeah,
that.
because they did not know that they were eating with the devil and they should use a long fork. They thought that that integrity will kick in and they will be people of their word and stand to what they have said. Oh, okay, we're going to do it like this, and they believed. They don't know say once they don't show you something for front, no say the back like this. The back is heavy with the plan they want to do. So I really don't blame them, Sharp, to be honest, because the only one day that NLC went on strike, the whole of everybody in Nigeria wanted to eat them up. Really, I remember very vividly. We talked about it on this podcast here. NLC went on strike because of the minimum wage and because of electricity tariff, all of that. Everybody was complaining, hey, why? Go. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? But today we don't have electricity. We don't have, well, electricity has sort of improved. But I don't want to say that, but yeah, so that they will not go and take the lights. But right now I don't have lights. There's not been electricity, there's no fuel, minimum wage is still shit. And yeah, a little discomfort that we could have endured, a little discomfort to reap the benefits of a more stable one thing, whether electricity, minimum wage, whatever it is. But as people, the discomfort that we currently experience is also something that is institutionalized and we love, because tell me why we're trying to fight for the betterment of all and some people are against. In fact, a lot of people were against it. Nobody say normally we dey get light, though. Not that we are a country that enjoys electricity, not that we're a country that enjoys fuel either, not that we're a country that enjoys anything, to be honest. But once a little discomfort comes that looks organized, that looks like it's going to it's supposed to be geared towards the betterment of that thing, we become very anxious, we become grumpy. So of course, how are we going to see? The truth is that our government understands the psyche of the average Nigerian. The average Nigerian, yes, we cry and shout every day. We want better, we deserve better. Wow. But like, it's really short lived. We just go with the flow. After like a couple of days, everybody will be okay. We chop it up and we keep it moving, which is great. However, it doesn't cause for us to be taken seriously or for any reforms to come around. I know it is not as simple, it's not as white and black. However, we must continuously demand for what is our rights. Always and always. We can't stop. We can't take a breather. We must demand it every day. I know we've not talked about the rookie today, but look at the rookie that we're watching. I know that officer where I am right now, James has died. Jackson has died rather. In Jackson West. He has died. But we saw on that show him trying to get on a journey to do some reforms against police officers that kill or hate on people of color.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great, starting from somewhere. And he wasn't going to back down. He was ready, he was on that cause, and he was willing to put it all on the line just to get on that point. Now that's something that here in Nigeria we don't, in fact in Africa we don't have, because the Western world, and guess what? This is not me speaking against Jackpa, but the Western world has painted a picture that theirs is better, ours is trash. So we keep shitting on it because it's bad. And so nobody wants to do anything right by it. We don't want to get it better, blah, blah, blah. As far as I'm concerned, the world runs on Africa. But until Africa sits down and speaks to themselves and reach a consensus amongst their leaders and people, we will continue to suffer the drought that we see today in our economy. And that's just the truth. That's my own 5 cents or my own 2 cents, because me say I don't even, let me say I don't tire to talk because I can't be tired. Nigeria is who I am, part of my life, whether I run away or I stay. In fact, people who run away from the country are more interested in Nigerian gist than people who are here in the country. We that we are here, we don't even listen to the news as intently. Some things I even hear, I hear it from the people outside of the country. They will ask me, "Oh, is this happening?" Like, I don't know that, But you can't run away from it, unfortunately. So what do we do then? What do we then do? You can't kill it. You can't throw it away. So what do we do? It's our question to ask ourselves. Until then,
Yep.
peace and love, all of you, all of us, peace and love and light and kindness. Thanks.
All right.
My
So
2 cents.
for our pep of the week, in case you people don't know,
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
in
whoop.
the city of love, Paris,
Yep.
Paralympians have gathered to compete in this year's Paralympics. And unlike our Olympians, which I do not blame for their abysmal performance, our able-bodied Paralympians have done us well. We have
Love it.
we have two medals, one silver and one bronze. We won one in the Paralympic badminton competition, and
Wow.
our usual stronghold of powerlifting. We also won a silver medal. So shout out to all our Paralympians who are doing great for us, because I'm sure if they take their own
Love it.
it will be worse than the normal Olympians, the way Nigerian authorities have treated them. But we thank God that these people still
Yes.
come out. The lady who won the powerlifting, I believe, she was in tears when she won. She was actually crying because it was a big loss for
Wow.
her. So shout out to everybody flying the green, white, green flag. Even though you know that some days it doesn't feel good to carry that flag, but
Listen.
thank you guys for doing it, because this country doesn't deserve you people's loyalty. Because if not me, I for not be run for Turkey by now. Hey, see,
Please don't kill me.
hey, I go to speak Turkey. I told my name to Turkey. Now what? Now what? I don't know that name. Racist, very racist towards Nigeria. What do you mean? I don't know them.
So you will not answer your immediate you again.
That waiting that name. I new things are here. Thank you guys for
I
listening.
love it.
Thank you guys. It's been a blast.
Before we wind down, please, I want us to talk about something. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm always interjecting when you want to do something, but I want to just say something. Chelsea asked me a question, and I think we need to we owe it to our listeners to respond to this question. Chelsea's question went thus. She said, Ugochi, is it that 234 drops on Thursdays now? Or is it still Wednesday? Or have you moved it to Tuesday?
Have you ever
Simple answer.
Have you ever released on Tuesday? We've never released on Tuesday.
No, I'm sure she was just playing with that third question. However,
it's like Nigerian fuel. It's on Wednesday, but due to the higi haga of certain things, it can also be extended to Thursday. At this point, just know it drops midweek every week unfailingly. At least every week it drops. We thank God. We thank God.
see,
It's better than none.
I don't want us to also just sound like we are feeling like some badass and we don't want to do it. See, you guys, it's always on our mind. It's just that some days it gets busy and it's difficult to sometimes plan, schedule times that are best for us as individuals, right? Our lives are changing. Running this for the course of 4 years right now it has been such a beautiful ride, first of all, but it has also been easy scheduling time. When we started, Sunday used to be the days for recording. Just to give you, because you guys are family, so you can hear this, right? So Sundays used to be days for recording. So we record on Sunday, it goes into post production, comes out on Wednesday. But over time, with fuel scarcity and all the other things that we're battling with in Nigeria, we had to move to weekday recording and also virtual. So sometimes because of work or because of schedules or things are happening, we probably have to record like a day before or 2 days before, or really just making it work somehow. And as I rightly said, just know that at midweek 24 is going to drop. The drop day is still Wednesday. However, some weeks it could fluctuate to Thursday, not of our own doing. With the flow, we go with the flow, and it happens. I also noticed that we didn't put any word out in the past 2 weeks about 234 dropping late. Yeah, or dropping behind schedule. Let's not say dropping late, dropping behind schedule. We're really sorry about that. It wasn't intentional. Sometimes these things slip through the cracks, and not to say that we are proud of it, but we're definitely working towards making that communication more seamless. And we're very sorry, because we do know we have become a part of some people's lives, and us not just dropping on the days when we're supposed to drop is actually disheartening. I can also imagine, because I'm a person I like to stick to my word. If I say something, I want to do it, right? I might not give timelines just to give myself more room to be able to put things together. But this one, no, gun, 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 gun. we really try our best to ensure that it comes out on days that it's supposed to come out. And when it doesn't, just know that it's coming out the next day. And if it doesn't come out the next day, we're definitely going to let everyone know if it's going to come out that week or not. But we're really truly sorry on behalf of 234 AOT2 and Nana. Big shout out to Nana again. We're really sorry about that, and we aim to continue to do the best we can and bring more excellence to our listeners. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is this apology good?
You try.
Because very thank you.
All right,
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank you guys for listeners. Blast. Next week we'll be back again to tell you about, hopefully not the fuel scarcity or the fuel queues, but something
Yes.
good. Something good must come out from Nazareth, no matter what.
Yes, so God I beg. Please, oh Lord. Anyhow, thank you guys for always listening and for sticking with us. We love you. Continue to remain kind, drink water, mind your business. Love you.
Peace out. Bye.